place art behind our heads. That's what we look for around here. So it's season, what are we in, 16? Nathan's still struggling to connect to the internet, but luckily you can still hear him. Season 16's kicked off, but let's go back to season 15. We haven't officially done this, but a congratulations to Pink, champion of season 15. Pretty impressive.
Congrats, Pink.
If only there was a car. If only there was a car video that we could like identify that Pink was the champion.
So here's my question: how are these car videos going down? How are you feeling about them these days?
Oh, they're hilarious. I mean, it's way better than like when Sega won, because Sega's car videos were basically goats and chickens like fucking pecking at one another. At least it's like Pink having a discussion with himself as a documentarian.
Yeah, that's great. He's really good. He should be an actor. It's like really excellent quality. Enjoying each one.
The car one's hilarious. I don't know how he did that one. The different times of day, and he's still cruising down the same highway. I love it. And I also wonder if he's got his wife involved filming, or is he just propped it up? If he's in the chat, that's my big question.
I mean, therein lies the big question. It's like, who's filming this, and what are they thinking about it?
I think it might be Lloyd, to be honest.
Lloyd drove down
He's
there.
the only one I've seen that has those kind of skills.
Yeah, that would be something if he has Lloyd down there. I also wonder if his wife is aware. Like, I wonder if he told her, like she's like proud of him, or thinks he's an idiot for being proud.
Oh yeah, she's proud.
I think so.
I haven't seen the sweater. He hasn't been wearing a sweater since those early seasons.
Yeah.
That's a beauty sweater. What's that back out?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get you guys on speaker here. 1 second.
Hopefully it's working. Hopefully you can hear Nathan, but he's not that far away. Anyway, so congratulations to Pink. Big win. That's a huge. I don't know, it's a huge accomplishment. I think he should be really proud of himself. I think it's amazing, really. Like, considering that he missed the playoffs like a bunch of those years early on, and he's just gradually gotten better and better. And yeah, he beat the hell out of me in that finals too. So really well played. So kudos to him. But now I do want to look back a little bit at other stuff in season 15 too. And where we want to start is the trades. We want to recap the trades that went down. But before we do that, I mean, I'm sitting here with two of the guys who may have made the most trades probably in the last couple of years. And I think you two probably have the most different trading styles I think in the league. So Sutton, let's start with you. What do you do? Like, do you actually, I mean, I get a million offers from you. Does everybody get that offers?
Oh no, dudes, I literally go through the active tab and like start at Audubon, Baytown, Barrie, Betty Ford. Like, I literally go down the list. It's like, what do they have that I might be interested in? What do they have, or what don't they have that they might be interested in? Like, I literally go team by team. And so, like, I'll theoretically throw out 27, trade offers to all the teams.
27 like you'll trade for. Wow, that's amazing. I'm kind of stunned by that.
Yeah, I'll literally go. I mean, it's probably not 100%, but I mean, like, I would say 85% of the teams have something that either I'm interested in or that they would be interested in mine. So, like, I'll go team by team through the active tab and throw shit out to people. Like, even if it's just throwing shit up against the wall, like, you never know when a blockbuster may come out of nothing.
Do you like identify what you need? It might be that. Extras here. Like, do you like? I just the part that I struggle with is I don't have that many holes to fill on any given season. So, like, do you go through your team and say, you know what I really need is a second defenseman, like better second defenseman?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it on a year by year basis. I'm looking at I need a right winger in 2012. I need a sniper in 2014. I need a second defenseman with speed in 2015. Like, I'm looking like years ahead and trying to identify guys that could fill those spots going forward. Absolutely, 100%.
And then do you base your 27 trade offers on like the one need you have, or like do you have multiple needs that you're trying to fill?
I mean, there's always a macro level, like, I want to get younger, I want to get faster, I want to get whatever, right? I mean, there's always a macro level aspect to it, but there's definitely a more finite, I want to do this, I want to accomplish this, on this particular season. Like I got a spreadsheet for my team that is like, basically goals for each draft season as to what I want to accomplish. And trades are part of that.
What's your goal for next season?
So actually I've already really accomplished my goals for next season. This year was always going to be a bit of a step back year because I knew it.
Oh, here we go. Soft take.
No, it was going to be a step back year because I couldn't find the speed and the players that I was interested in for 2011, but for 2012, Richards, Kovalchuk, Horton are all 5 speeds. Cronwall and my other defensemen are fine. Rask improves next year. Excuse me. So this year was always going to be a bit of a step back year. So, I mean, I've already kind of done what I wanted to do for next year. Going forward, though, I mean, it's all about replacing Latendresse with some sort of impact forward for the future. Because right now, my 5 forwards are basically, Richards is good for about 5 years. Horton's good for this year and next year. Brouwer comes in the year after that. Kovalchuk is good for next year, but so it's like it's a strategic process, I guess, if you will.
You regret not trading Horton for his first?
That was a funny sequence of events.
Yeah.
What was the holdup on that one again? What? Because it almost got done, I believe, but there was like a relatively minor detail.
I wish I could fix that. I don't even. Where are those in trade discussions? I'm gonna try to put it up.
Yeah. Good sequence. Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember what was it? It's just going to be a next year first for Horton.
Yeah, I think
it was. Yeah, it was. And if I remember right, it was next year first for Horton, and then he was like, "I'll do that trade," and then you offered him something different. He's like, "No, but I'll do the first for Horton," and then you offered him something different again, and then he's just like, "Nope, fuck off."
To be completely honest, like I'm kind of glad I didn't make the trade. To be honest with you,
wow.
Because Horton's kind of carrying the offense, or at least from the forward aspects up until this point. So I'm kind of happy I didn't make that trade. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
No,
And I have it on my list as far as the Saguenay 2012 first and Kessler deal. We'll talk about that later, but
okay. Well, let's start there. Let's go through some of the trades. I'm going to go into the confirmed trades, and between you two, I think you had most of them. But let's go up. I'm just going to go right to the last. We'll do all the trades of this season. So we have, starting right from the top, we have a really solid one here. Autobahn trades their 2011 second to me for Easter Island second, which I think is gone because it's been eliminated off the sheets.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to do any homework on that deal. It's like, who cares?
What made me laugh only because the draft page does not have it. It's completely disappeared.
Gone. That's good.
But Audubon will never use a second, and he wasn't going to use this pick, so it didn't really make a difference. All right, this is a good one. The next one, Taipei trades to Inglewood, Jaromir Jagr, Pekka Rinne, and the number 9 pick for pick number 3. So
which number 9 ended up being 8, right? Because Wolf got bumped down. Where did Wolf get bumped from? I think 8 to 27 or something.
Yeah, Wolf was going to be the 8th overall pick. Like, God knows how salty that boy was.
I traded the 8th pick, Jagr, and who? Rinne? Who's my goalie?
It's Rinne. Yeah, Rinne is really good for a long time.
Yeah, so it turned out to be Jagr, Rinne, and Datsuk for Taylor Hall.
Right.
Which is, with Datsuk is a good pickup for him, but that also makes it a good trade, I think.
Okay, so here's my evaluation on both of them. So for Inglewood, okay, he needed a goalie 100%.
He wasn't going to pay
But
the 3.
yeah, but with the amount of goalies that were in the draft, he could have, if he wanted to make maneuvers, he could have easily got into like the late teens, early 20s and picked, and because I mean, we saw who got picked in those areas, like whether it be Cam Ward or whatever, right? So at the same time, though, it's like, why is Inglewood? I mean, I understand Yager and Datsuk are really good for like this year and maybe the next year or maybe the year after, but like they're declining assets. So basically, you traded for a goalie and a couple of declining assets. So I gave him a C plus on the deal.
Ooh,
But
that's pretty harsh, man. Holy, let's before you go on to the Taipei side.
Yeah, I would like to
talk this through a bit.
comment a bit because I feel like there needs to be a different strategy for these types of for the teams that are near the bottom. I think these short-term guys make a lot more sense for them because they're stocking up yearly. And so I think if you can get a short-term stud, I'm not saying even particular to this deal, but like in general, like these like long-term guys, you're going to be filling these spots year after year.
yeah, yeah. Well, and we'll talk about that with Orange County in a bit, but
right. Well, but so just looking at the trade, so I'm just looking at Inglewood's roster now. So he had a void in goal. He's filled that. So Rene's good till he's good until 2019, really. And then he's got Yager and Datsuk for at least Yager for 5 or 6 years. He's got some weak ones in there, but he's already got Kane and his defense are set. So he could have drafted Hall, had Kane and Hall, and then picked a goalie later. To your point, if he stuck to a second round pick, he would have only got a goalie. Like he would have got a shitty goalie.
I guess my point being, like, Inglewood is in no position to like be fighting for the playoffs at this point. Maybe in a couple of years he is, but in a couple of years, Datsuk and Yager are fucking trash.
Yeah, but he'll have filled those slots with new top of draft picks. I think that's my point. Like you have to be competitive, or you're going to end up dropping out of the league. I think is the main.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
So I think filling a roster is quite important. I think a goalie was kind of key for him, an elite goalie.
He needed one, 100%.
One for sure.
Especially those kind of players. Like you have to have a goalie to hold you in some of these games.
Right, for sure. I don't know. Like I get the like long-term thinking. I think it makes sense, but if you know another high draft pick's coming, which he's gonna have another top 7 pick and then like top 5 pick probably. You can get a long-term guy, right, to fill in after Yager is done in 3-4 years. I actually I think it's a good trade for me. I like the deal. Obviously I'm thinking more long-term, but I actually think it's like quite good for him too.
I think so too.
But I don't know.
He got 3 for 1. He got 3 good assets for 1. I don't
Yeah. And again, like I said, it's a C plus for me. It's not terrible. I just think it's a bit short-sighted, predicated on where Inglewood is in their progression in the league. I mean,
fair. Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah.
Well, the Taipei side, Nate, take us through. Like, what were you thinking?
Well, this was kind of my last chance to get a stud, I think, realistically. Like,
and pick 9, you could have.
And sorry, Nate. Hey, Nate. How did you get Valhalla's pick? What did you trade to get this pick?
Question.
Ribeiro, I think. Ribeiro and something else.
Yeah, it's a good cue. I mean, I've had so many trades with Mags over the years that I'm kind of
I'll have to stop sharing to check it out, but I'm pretty sure it was Ribeiro because he still has him.
Or this, yeah, it might have been Ribeiro. Yeah, it might have been that one. But I had his pick last year, and then I traded that for Yager, right? Like I traded that to
North Bay
for Yager in that deal, which ended up being who did he draft? Ended up being like the 8th or 9th pick last year. So I'm not sure how I got this one. Maybe I don't know. I don't really remember, but might have been Ribeiro or Zetterberg or some shit. Yeah.
You never had Zetterberg. No, Zetterberg came from Saguenay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've had so many trades. I'm kind of losing track.
Oh yeah, you traded the Vikings 20 Nathan, you traded the Vikings 2010 first pick and Toskala and your own for 2011 first round pick for Yager.
Yeah.
So you already had
But I had his
Ugh.
pick from something. It was the Ribeiro, I think, for sure. Ribeiro and something. I don't know. And yeah, there it
here
is.
it is.
So-
Yeah.
Well, I
Mike, Ri-
traded-
Mike Ribeiro, basically that's it. Mike Ribeiro and a second for Valhalla's 2011 first and a second. So it's basically Ribeiro for that pick straight up, Ribeiro for Datsuk straight up.
Ribeiro for Datsuk.
That's what it ended up
It's
being.
actually
Ribeiro for Datsuk.
interesting.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds worse when you say, "Oh, Valhalla pick for
Yeah.
Ribeiro," but you got Datsuk with it.
Yeah.
So here's my thoughts on the Taipei side of it. I mean, he got Taylor Hall, which I understand what Nate was doing. Like he wanted to get a long-term young forward, replace Yager, go from there type of thing. But honestly, I've got him down as a C minus. Based on where Nate is as a franchise, like Nate is close to that hump, right? I mean, he's at that semifinals, could get to the finals, maybe could get to a championship. Like, would he prefer going into this year with Datsuk, Rene, and Yager instead of just Taylor Hall?
Yeah.
But luckily, we can ask him sitting right here.
Yeah, it's a good call, honestly. I mean, I kind of did the same reset earlier. I remember I had Paul Fee. I had that like one really good team, and I traded him to red, and I kind of like reset my team to not bottom out, which I'm doing now. I don't know. That's kind of been my MO of just like continue the like solid teams onward, but it does leave me a bit barren for the next couple of years probably. But I now have Hall and Duchesne to build around. I feel pretty decent about that for the next stretch.
And we'll get to future rosters in a second, but I mean, I gotta ask you a question: was Autobahn coming at you for number 3 at all?
Yeah, he offered a few deals, but I mean, I offered Audubon a really good one last year, which in hindsight I think he should have taken. It was like Yager for Briere and like switching picks or something. I just wanted to move up to grab Duchesne, which he fell to me anyway. But yeah, he tried this year, but I didn't have a need. Like I wasn't going to trade for Briere. I mean, I like Briere, but like, yeah, I wasn't interested.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, because I don't think you have any right-handed forwards, right? So if you had Briere and pick 7, which could have been Jeff Skinner, like, would that not have been better than Taylor Hall?
No, I don't think so. I'd rather
Taylor Hall is really good. Like he's like a super.
No, Taylor Hall's really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Taylor Hall's not. Wasn't Taylor Hall is the number 3 overall pick. I'm just saying you could have maximized more based on knowing that like Audubon was desperate to move up.
No, but I'm like, for my strategy is like I can fill in similar to Krabs. I think is like I can fill in that third forward spot yearly or a second D spot. I'm not that worried about getting like the depth. I don't think. So I've got my 2 forwards now. I just need to fill in one guy each year. That's my plan anyway.
All right,
I'm doing masterfully. So
I still give you a C minus, but that's fine.
C minus gives the trade to Inglewood.
I did give the trade to Inglewood.
You can't dispute Inglewood. That was a pretty good trade, I think, for him. Now I got to scroll back down. I'm going to go to the next trade on the list.
I just saw Brian Campbell.
Brian Campbell's traded. Ryan. Oh, here we go. Ryan Kessler to Saguenay for the 2012 first. This is the one where Nathan Horton could have been traded but wasn't. So this will be an interesting one next year to discuss because who knows? The Saguenay pick could be really good, but his roster is solid right now. Really good. Actually.
Kessler, like, is he?
Kessler's
That's the one I haven't really looked at.
Kessler is super good this year and then trails off.
Like North Bay didn't need Kessler. He was trying to dump him.
No. And again, when we talk about roster construction in a little bit, I mean, I'll talk about North Bay and where I think they are now and where they're going to go in the future. But so getting the Saguenay first, like potentially that's a lottery pick. Like it could be the 12th overall pick. It could be the first overall pick. So like I gave North Bay a minus
Yeah, I agree.
for getting that.
I didn't grade these things, but that's a really good trade for Unholy. Like, because I don't. You're right. Like, we haven't yet seen a lottery go crazy. Like, we haven't had the eighth best odd win the lottery, but it's going to happen one of these years.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it happened to Wolf, and then he bitched and moaned.
What was Crab last year odds wise? Was he like fifth or something?
Yeah, I want to say he was fifth, so he had something around like 10% chance.
Wow. There you go. So it certainly makes some sense. The thing that I didn't quite understand is why Saguenay wanted Kessler.
G was so desperate to have 5 speeds at all positions this year, so like he was all gung ho at getting Kessler because Kessler had 5 speed this year, and Kessler's really good this year. But like I said before, like he's a declining talent. But again, G is kind of on a year-to-year basis, and in terms of is he staying in the league? Is he not staying in the league? Is he like he wants to make the playoffs, right? So him making a four now type of trade, like I get it, and I gave him a B minus for the deal. In 3 years, it's a terrible trade, but for right now, for what G's trying to accomplish, I think it's accomplishing what he wanted.
Fair enough. He now has 6 or 5 really saint forwards who are all good. I don't know what the hell the value of that is, but each their own. Next trade, Rockford Villains trade pick 26. First trade ever for Rockford Villains. Trade their first round pick to Hamilton. Who would have thought? For a useless second and Ray Emery. I mean, this trade was ridiculous, and this is the one where trades people should stop it. But it kind of actually worked out okay for him. He got Ray Emery because all those other goalies went in that mad goalie rush, and he would have gotten left out. So
yeah,
who did Dasry get as a goal? So you would have had Dasry. I can't remember. I was helping him draft. I can't remember who he ended up picking. Oh, Varlamov. So he could have had
Varlamov. Yeah.
That he got Emery. That's fine. Whatever. No need to really talk too much about it. But then the next trade, this is the one I want to hear from you here, son.
All right.
Right away, you turn around and flip the pick that you just got from Rockford to Dasry for this guy who was just picked off the free agent list. Wasn't even in the draft.
Yep. Latendresse.
Let's hear it. Why?
Okay, so Latendresse. I mean, you guys know me. I'm a one-timer guy, right? Latendresse had 5 shot power, 6 shot accuracy this year. So, because I had already determined that I was moving Iginla, so I was like, I needed someone in the middle. Now, unfortunately, when you trade for someone who is 4 agility, 4 speed, it might be 78. It might be 78 agility and 75 speed, or it could be 64 agility and 66 speed, right? I mean, on a game-to-game basis, you don't know what the fuck you're going to get, right? So, admittedly, it didn't work the way that I wanted to, because in the first 2 or 3 games of a session, he's in the 60s and he's fucking useless. But in games like 4, 5, 6 of a session where like the RA is still, going throughout the entire thing, he actually gets into the 70s. So he becomes actually useful. So at the end of the day, like, what the fuck was Ray Emery going
for a second?
I
think I've heard you say this.
But what is?
Just hang on a sec. I'm sure I've heard you say this, but I don't know if it's actually true or not. Yeah, you're the one who said before that they're always the same ratings, right? When you start Retro Arch, the first game they're always the same. Is that actually true?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the
same guys will be hot or cold. The same player will be, whatever, 80 speed in game 1 and 78 speed in game 2. Like it's always the same.
So what if you play like
now? Depending on.
I assume you're doing this. What do you play? What if you just start a game and then aborted after like 1 minute. Does that count?
I have done that to try and maximize my roster.
Yeah. And does it
Like
work?
if I'm hosting, yeah. If I'm hosting, I'll start like and bring up a host, and while the other guy's like logging in or whatever, I'll just go into the game. I'll start the game and then abort and then go back in.
Right. And then it's game 2 ratings or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Very interesting.
Wow.
So, all right. So watch out for Sutton in the playoffs in about game 4 of each series.
That's on you.
Well, that's if I actually make the playoffs.
The one amazing part of this trade is that Dasry picked James Neal at pick 26.
Yeah, how did he fall that far?
I was going to pick him at my pick at 15. I was debating between him and Kane, and then he was still there when Dasry was up, pick 26.
And when we talk about draft steals, we'll discuss that.
That's got to be the biggest one. That was good. So Dasry really like lucked out. I mean, I guess he gets an A+ on that trade. A guy he picked up on the expansion draft turns into James Neal.
Yeah.
Next trade we've got Hamilton again. Jerome McGinley. How many offers did you actually? How many do you think you made in total over this period of time? Had to be more than 27.
With a Ginla involved?
No, just in general with anybody.
Oh shit! I mean, I probably made anywhere between 30 and 40 trade offers in total.
How many of those do people just not respond?
Jur never responds, so or he'll respond like after the draft. Hey, sorry, just saw this. Yeah, no thanks.
Too bad, because that guy could make some his roster. He's got a perfect roster for.
Yeah, no, I'd say that most people respond, but again, like I've created kind of a monster, and people know that I have a reputation. It almost is like an auto decline from basically everyone, and I have to overpay for guys that I want.
I was gonna ask you about that. Yes, I'm so glad you just got right to it.
Well, there's a guy in the fantasy-based basketball draft that I'm in of Nate's buddies, and it's like the same thing. You just see his trade offers, you're like, "Fuck this!" Decline every time. Like, no.
He's smart. Exactly, he's smarter than you guys, and he knows what he's doing.
He tries so much. He's just sending so many offers that I'm just like, decline. I don't even want to look into it. Can't be bothered.
That's good.
Anyway, so here we go. Jerome McGinley finally gets traded along with Brian Campbell
trade, yeah.
for pick 6 and Jordan Leopold. So first of all, Jordan Leopold is how is he? Decent, I think, right?
I don't know. I flipped him immediately.
Oh, but you would have looked into him. Like, was he okay?
Yeah, I mean, he was decent. He's like a 4-4 guy. Like, I mean,
one of these other
he's a perfectly serviceable number 3 defenseman. Like, I mean, but he was just, he was just to kind of fill the roster gap, and potentially to pass him on to the next guy, which I did in the next deal. So
you're trading Jerome McGinley and Brian Campbell for pick 6. Who did that? Who was pick 6?
So it turned into Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Nice. Actually, that's pretty good.
So and admittedly, I was floating pick 6. I mean, there was an offer from Sugar Valley for pick 10, Mikko Koivu and Alex Edler. Edler is a 5.5 in year 1, but then like goes down to like 4.4 going forward.
I liked Edler. I couldn't get him.
Yeah, and Mikko Koivu was 5.5 in the first year, and then again 4.4 going forward. But I couldn't find a taker for Mikko Koivu, so I kind of wavered on the because at the end of the day, I would have loved to have got like Edler, pick 10, and potentially a 2012 first round pick for Mikko Koivu, but I couldn't make it happen. So at the end of the day, I just ended up keeping him, or keeping pick 6.
So Ekman-Larsson for Iginla and Brian Campbell. Interesting trade. What do you think
Yep.
about it? Good for
I'm
Minnesota?
looking at Ekman Larson now. I like the trade for Minnesota. Like he's now got a full roster. He's got Ginla fit in nicely.
Where's his
I mean, Ekman Larson's got some pretty good numbers. I'm looking at now. He's pretty damn good. He's better than I thought he was actually. I initially thought
And-
Brian Campbell's pretty good too. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good trade. I like that trade all around.
Campbell has
And-
4 years left. How much? What's Iginla got left? Still a while, eh?
He's good this year, and then 4-4 next year, and then like 5-4 for like 2 or 3 years after that.
Yeah,
He was a declining asset, and that's why I wanted to move him out.
fair enough.
And
Yeah.
and my thinking is that it's way harder to try and find long-term defensemen than it is to find short-term forwards.
That makes total sense to me. That's why I like that trade for you. But I also like it for Minnesota because he's got Subban, which changes the dynamic. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
You can always fill it in that second D easy enough. So yeah, that was a really good one. All right, what's our next one? Now I can't get to mine. Next trade on the list. Jordan Leopold gets flipped with pick 31 and a second to Betty 4 for Weidman and Brower. We don't need to talk about this. Doesn't matter. Trade alert.
Wait, whoa, no. Wait.
No, I'm not. We don't have time to go through all the stupid little trades that were made.
No. But there was logic in behind this.
I'm sure
Troy
there was.
Brower.
Who gives a fuck? It's Troy Brower.
No, Troy Brower in 2 years is 5'5" with 5 shot, 6 accuracy,
Man,
and he fits in perfectly. He fits in perfectly with the Nathan Horton timeline. That's all I'm saying.
Good job. Congratulations. Doesn't matter. Next trade. Saguenay. Oh, this one I want to hear your guys' thoughts on. Dustin Bufflin and Louis Erickson to Autobahn for the pick number 7 and Briere.
Yeah.
And obviously Briere was being dangled everywhere, every which way.
Yeah.
Ethan, what do you think?
Everyone got a Briere offer.
What was your gut reaction on this?
I mean, it seemed like G-Lock got the better end of this one.
Who did pick 7 become? It was another
pick
D, right?
7 was Keith Yandel.
Keith Yandel.
Yandel and Briere for Buffalo and Louis Erickson is actually a pretty damn good trade, I think. Yeah, he was willing to overpay. Like he didn't want Briere. He wasn't valuing Briere very highly. I think Briere is pretty damn good. And yeah, I mean, he really wanted that D man. And Louis Erickson has been just raking for him to start the year, so he obviously saw something there. It's a pretty damn good trade, actually. Like, what did you think, DS?
So I gave G an A grade on this because in my mind he got the better D. He's better long term in terms of Yandel.
Yandel's better.
And Briere is better than Erickson. So I gave him an A. I gave Audubon a D plus.
Hey,
Bufflin is good
can you
for
see-
this 1 year.
Can you see the my screen with the active tab on there?
No, I'm seeing Discord on the screen.
Yeah. Anyway, go on. Bufflin's good only for 1 year. That's what I was trying to do was open up tab to show the.
Yeah. No. Bufflin's good this year, but he goes like 4-4 next year, and for like the next however many years. Louis Erickson is like 5'4" for 2 years. So I mean, honestly, Briere is better than Erickson. Yandel long term is way better than Bufflin. And when I played Audubon, Bufflin took like 5 penalties in the 2 games that we played. Like honestly, I understand he desperately wanted a defenseman, but like he vastly overpaid. Like he could have stayed at 7 and got himself Yandel and held on to Briere and been in way better position.
There's the 2 on the screen.
So I think G completely overwhelmingly won this deal.
Yandel is.
Yeah, I'm surprised by some of these numbers.
Bufflin looks really bad.
Yeah, but look at the weight.
Yeah, Buffalo's
shot power.
Look at this year, like 3 speed, 3 agility, 15 weight. That guy's not going to move.
He's gonna plop him out, friend. He's not gonna even budge.
Man, yeah, I would take Yandel in a heartbeat over Bufflin. I'm surprised by this.
Exactly.
Numbers are pretty damn good, eh?
Yeah, Yandel looks really good. I mean, you know, take it with a grain of salt because those 5 and 5 years of the year, everybody's great. So he's good, but he's nothing special.
And hey, if Audubon makes the playoffs this year, then maybe that D plus becomes a regular C, right? I mean, and it works out for him. I just think like on its surface, like Bufflin is great this year, but he's you can find fucking guys in the second round that are four agility, 4 speed.
For sure, yeah. But maybe Louis Erickson's worth it, and it's good to see Audubon talking about, oh, it's so nice to get a guy who can do one-timers again, that kind of conversation, because he did have a pretty standard team that really didn't seem to fit him. We've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah,
so hopefully that works out.
Louis good for 2 years to be that guy. So I mean, that's fine. But I still would have preferred Briere.
Makes sense. He was dangling Briere everywhere, and he doesn't need Briere, which is also part of the issue here. But anyway, next trade, Highland Thunder Bay. I like this one. Highland trades Anze Kopitar and Jeff Carter to me for Corey Perry and Bobby Ryan.
Yeah, take us through this one, Sean. What were your thoughts? I didn't actually look into the numbers too much.
So Carter and Kopitar are super close. Like really, Kopitar has a couple extra seasons of. He has an extra.
Perry and Kopitar, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, Perry and Kopitar. If we open up the skills tab, I think it'll be on the screen. Perry has, or Kopitar has an extra 5-speed, maybe 2 extra 5-speeds at the beginning. And then
Kopitar is better long.
Otherwise, they're very. Yeah, but he also is not as good as he looks because he turns into 3-speed in 2018. So he's not gonna be playable for me. But Perry was also 3-speed by that point.
Yeah, like 7 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. Perry's stats this year, I've been waiting for this year with him. He looked amazing. And his stick handling was really like, that's why I was hesitant, because if stick handling matters, Perry is elite at stick handling. Every year, his whole career. So, and Kopitar's not. So I don't know. But there's a couple extra 5-speeds. And honestly, I was just trying to trade somebody. Like, I just wanted to mix something up. I was getting tired of my team.
So what's the Carter and who are the other two?
So what happened was I offered this trade, just Kopitar for Perry early on. Then he responded with Kopitar and Hornqvist for the two of them, Bobby Ryan.
Hornqvist was trash.
Yeah, he was no good. And then he ended up dropping him anyway, but I didn't want him. And also Bobby Ryan was really good this year. He's 5-speed, 5 agility, and I was kind of waiting on that 1 year too. So then I offered this one back just to get a right wing, and he accepted it. So
wow. Wolf's first trade in a while, I feel. He's been kind of quiet. So that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of that one, Jeff?
Here, you guys talk. I need to fill up. I'll be back.
Yeah, all right. I mean, there's only so much to say about this. It doesn't change anything too drastically, and it's
no. Here, I want to talk about this, but you guys discuss.
I don't have much else to say about it. I mean, Jeff Carter's like okay. He's just another 4-speed, 5 agility right winger who can be replaced. Kopitar seems good so far. I've only played 4 games, but I like him. But I think Perry looks awesome too right now. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I meant to look into that one. I didn't look into the numbers at all, but it seems pretty even. It's
pretty even, yeah. Long term, probably Kopitar's the best. Next one is Grabner. Oh God, we can't talk about that.
Grabner.
How do you want to talk about Grabner? Let's skip that one.
That was the first declined one?
I don't fucking know. Grabner. There were so many offers for Grabner. That was one of the most infuriating parts of that whole week, was just like seeing Grabner's name every other minute.
We got to see the whole tree of Grabner. Like, where did he start? That was the tanking year. That was the pick 16 or something.
That's right. Like that was a tank. He had Woodland pick, first round pick, and so he tanked on his own pick, which was not this pick, and then he got Woodlands, ended up pick 16.
Reach for Grabner. Nowhere Grabner.
Grabner was like 75th on the list. He picked Grabner. Started talking him up immediately, which is the classic move. Then it was only this year that the trade offer started flowing. But I would love to find the discussion on Grabner. Let's see if we can find it. There was a lot. It was pretty funny.
I
You're
got
back.
two. I'm good.
We're talking Michael Grabner.
Oh, here.
What the fuck happened?
Sorry, could I quickly chime in on Kopitar?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to stop sharing because in the background, I'm going to look for the Michael Grabner trade discussion.
So Kopitar and Carter. Kopitar, in my mind, is slightly better than Perry. And although Ryan has the 1 year of 5.5, Carter is better like long term. So I ended up giving Thunder Bay an A- on that deal. Highland gets two good players, but it seemed like change for the sake of change. So I gave him a B-. Like just like, you know, I don't see how Perry and Ryan are better than Kopitar Carter. It just felt like change for the sake of.
Just needed some grit.
That's it. Move on.
Okay, we want to move on to Michael Grabner. I'm trying to find the discussion. So take us through what the hell happened with Grabner at the beginning.
I know Ollie's message. If that's the last I ever hear of Grabner, I'll be
Yeah, this is all that I can find here. It's unholy saying. If that's the last I ever hear of Grabner, I'll be as happy as a sardine in pea soup. And there's a whole thing about Grabner and the trade czar. Because take it. What the hell happened? I refresh our memories of what happened with Grabner. And
so there was a Grabner deal, and
in the end,
Nips nixed it because he felt that I wasn't getting enough out of it. It's like, who the fuck cares if I'm getting enough out of it? Like,
who are you trying to
adult gentlemen are making the deal. Like, who cares?
And this happened after you had something rejected, right?
What's that?
After Nathan had something rejected.
Yeah, I had the one like Philip Bila or whatever his name is for my second. That was rejected.
Right. So that's right. So this is all reminding me. So you had that trade rejected. Then you tried to trade basically. And it got rejected. And then the justification was like, I just did the same thing with Nate and Matty A. And you were really pissed off, and it went on for like a whole day. That's what happened with Grabner. And then ultimately you traded him, right?
And I was pissed off because because I was pissed off because in Nate's mind, in Nip's mind, I wasn't getting value out of it. It's like, I'm just trying to shed the fucking roster space at this point. Like, I mean, I don't care what the fuck I get. I mean, I'm trying to rework the roster, and like he's like, no, Italy needs to add.
You're really cutting up here. Hopefully,
it's like, what the fuck does Italy need to add for? Like, I don't care. Whatever Italy adds, I'm going to fucking drop or not use. So I don't care. Like,
right. I get it,
and honestly, and that was
I think you got to reboot there.
That was the whole thing.
Horrendous.
With when Nate got his deal, Nate.
Let's see if you clued into that.
I think you got to reboot him.
I muted you. Also, if you can hear us, your audio is awful. So I think you should probably sign out, maybe reboot and join back. Okay, we'll keep going though, everybody. Don't worry. We'll try to uphold this conversation without DS. It's gonna be tough, but we'll do our best. So let's go back to this. This is kind of interesting. He reminded me of that. So the rule that Nips put in was basically no player for second round pick trades, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? You were the first one to have it rejected. Maybe there's others we don't even know, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it makes some sense. I don't know. Like from a purely like asset point of view, it doesn't really make sense. But I think with where the league is going, it actually does make quite a bit of sense because we're gonna see what you've kind of talked about before of like, let's say Yoda has to dump somebody, why? Like he's just gonna trade it for a second round pick. Like it's gonna be much easier to just like trade to a friend, trade to someone you know. Hey, here's whoever for a second rounder instead of me having to drop for no one.
right.
And this is gonna become an issue. So I kind of get it. I actually like the stance taken.
Mhm.
It was just a bit of a shame that it kind of fell through in the end. I mean, it's yeah. I don't know. I can see both ways the argument. Like,
Right, like Sutton's argument makes sense
oh, for
for
sure,
him
for sure.
because he's like, and it was hard because it was Vic and Vic's team sucks and his
Right,
expansion.
right.
So Sutton's just like, I want to get rid of this guy. I don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
from his perspective, that totally makes sense to me. And from Vic's, Vic didn't make a big deal about it, but he could have, and you might have been like, what the hell? Like, I've got a thing to trade. I want to get a guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I do think the rule makes a lot of sense. Like, so I liked it at the time, and Nips seemed to have put it in on his own. But I think it was a really smart move. Like,
I mean, like for mine and Maddie's, it was like I ended up getting Philpula without
giving you a second.
without giving up a second, right? So Maddie loses out on a second. Doesn't really matter. He's probably not using that second anyway, but he could. But yeah, it's also like then he goes into waivers and it's a more fair process. Everyone can get a
Right,
chance at it.
right,
So
right.
I think it does make sense for the future of this league because like there's going to be better and better people being dropped, and
Right.
it should be a bit of a fair. Or it's just going to be the people that are paying attention that are getting all these guys, right?
Exactly. Or the worry is that people who are friends.
Yeah, true.
That's
yeah.
the worry.
Correct.
Which happened in the past. I mean, I traded a bunch of my throwaway guys to Colin when he had those garbage teams.
For sure. Yeah.
I was trading him for, picks 4 years down the road that I knew I was going to use in
Right,
the second round. So that's why I like the rule because those guys would have been better off to go through the whole ringer here.
Yeah, but I also think like the the value of second round picks is not nothing either. Like we've seen like everyone trading for them. Like there are some good guys to find. So I think that's not really an argument because I don't know, there's like some decent guys in the second round. I needed to fill in like 4 slots this year. So
Sutton, you're back. How's your audio?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
So what we were just talking about was basically like Nips's rule of no seconds for like live pixelated people. I think we're both kind of debating the pros and cons of it, and we can both see that for the good of the league, it probably does make sense to ban people because likely what will happen is that when you want to dump a guy, you're going to dump a guy to either your friend or the loudest kind of person who pays the most attention is constantly, questioning or asking for trades. So in order to make it the more fair for everybody, it probably does make some sense. But anyway, I think there's a really good argument here. And I think the argument that you guys were having on Discord made a lot of sense from in individual perspective. I totally understand what you're saying. Like, what the hell do you care? You just wanted any asset for an asset you were going to drop anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I would say at the end of the day, like Maddie getting something for a guy he was going to draw is more valuable than getting nothing.
Yeah,
like something is better than nothing, right?
So the question is, what's
but I understand. But I do understand what you're saying, and honestly, I think the way to get around this is that guys who are dropped are then available to be drafted in the second round. I think that's the way to kind of massage this, if for lack of a better term.
Interesting. So talk. Let's talk about that.
I mean, I agree. I've been saying all along, like you drop a person, they should be. I think just put back in the draft, not even second round. Like it's just a steady stream of like these guys are available to be picked. I mean, that takes away the waiver system is kind of nice now.
Right.
But it also like adds a lot to the second round. I think like it actually makes the second round pick super valuable. I don't know. I would.
Right. It's a really interesting question. I could support that. I think like basically the way I look at it is like if the second round picks are valuable, the guys at the top probably won't use theirs anyway, can then trade them. The only the downside is that the waivers being reversed is really cool, and I think it's a really good thing. So I would hate to. So if we did this, the second round would become very valuable. The waivers, I know Nips posted one time after when this discussion was happening that the waivers would still be good, but the waivers would not be good. I don't think there's any argument that makes any sense to say the waivers would be good if the second round picks were the dropped.
Right.
So we basically would be replacing, replacing waivers with second round, really, yeah, and keeping it the order of worst to first.
Right.
So what do we prefer?
At the end of the day, I don't know why we're valuing waivers higher than drugs.
Your audio sucks again.
Shouldn't draft picks be more valuable than waivers?
Maybe turn off your video, DS. Your audio is cutting out again. See if that helps it.
I'm on max on. I'm on max audio, but here, if I come in closer, maybe that's better. Like, to me, like draft picks should be more valuable than waiver picks. Can you hear me?
I think theoretically that makes sense. It's just that, do you want the second round or the better round, whether that's the second round or the waivers, to be reverse order? And I like that idea. I like that the more round is reverse order.
I'm completely fine with waivers being reverse order. I just at the end of the day, like I just think that guys who get dropped should be then theoretically free agents and should be drafted whether it be in the first or second round.
Yeah, fair enough. It'd be worth discussing. So and then if we did that, then second round picks become more valuable. It makes the trades become more interesting then.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's go back to the trade list here. So the next one is, is that this year? Woodland Rats trade pick 12. It is to Hamilton again. Holy shit. How many trades did you make this round?
Oh, dude, I did a synopsis on my deals, but this was all about just completing my D roster for the next 5 to 10 years.
So hang on, Woodland Rats trade pick 12 to Hamilton in exchange for Andrew Ladd, Grant Clitsum, and pick 41. So pick 41, I'm guessing, was not used. Maybe it was. I don't know. Grant Clitsum has a couple good years as a D. Andrew Ladd has some strangely good years, but just a couple of them. And you get pick 12, which, what did that become?
Cam Fowler.
Oh, that's right. Right. This is more for the draft discussion, but this was an odd one. I didn't understand the pick, but the trade certainly made sense to me, especially for you. That seemed like a no-brainer.
Again, because I had already picked up Brower and Latendresse, it made Ladd expendable. So at the end of the day, I was just trying to again. Defense is way harder to fucking draft than forwards are. So having now, between Fowler, Ekman Larson, and Cromwell having the 3D for the next 5 to 10 years, I don't have to worry about finding a long-term D anymore. So now I can just completely focus on forwards, and forwards are way easier to find.
Well, that's certainly true. And we'll talk more about the Fowler pick when we get to the draft discussions, but anyway, ultimately, I think that trade is a good one for you, no question about it. And there you go. And for Woodland, I don't know, Nathan, you posted you kind of liked it, right?
Woodland? Yeah, I mean, he needed some depth on his team. Ladd's okay. Ladd's a playable forward, similar to the Jarrett Stahl one you traded to him earlier. Clitsum's okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, and for a team like Woodland, I mean, everyone laughs at Clitsum, but it's Clitsum was 5'4" for the next 3 years. He's incredibly solid. And Ladd had, out of the next 5 years, 3 of them are very playable years, including a 5.5 year.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty good trade. Okay, next one is just second round pick swap. Taipei got my pick for his future pick. What'd you use that for? 43.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Something not important.
Not important.
Then my goalie flop with Pitt, so I got Brizgalov. Again, not that important. Who cares? I gave him a high second round pick that I didn't need. Inglewood then traded for nothing, second round pick swap for nothing. Brad Stewart for Paul Martin, again, not important. Mike Camilleri to advantage. So that's basically the trades. I mean, Hamilton was the big trader. What did
By the way, getting Brizgalov was terrible for pick 34.
Well, there was no goalie left. I mean, other than
Yeah,
I was.
you could have got Al Montoya.
Al Montoya was gone before that, but I was going to look.
No, he wasn't. Al Montoya went in the 50s. Okay. You traded pick 34.
I was looking at Brent Johnson or some other guy. They were in their 70s. So anyway, it was fine.
No, it was terrible. D minus for Thunder Bay.
Good.
Give him an F. Bring it down.
You also could have got Clay Wilson, who is a 75, who has like skills better than Jay Bouwmeester.
I didn't want to drop Bouwmeester. I was really struggling with that one. I was trying to figure out how to improve my D, but I needed, like, because Strawman and Goligoski have like really bad years coming up. Each of them have like a couple really bad years. I needed Bouwmeester to cover that gap, unless I could find someone with like 4 solid years, but I couldn't. Anyway, that's the inner workings of my defensive problems. Anything else to say about the trades? What did you want to recap just quickly for us? What Hamilton looked like before this whole season? And...
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here's what.
Yeah. Let me find your team so I can put it up on the screen. This is your new team. Here you go. Okay, go for it.
All right. So Hamilton traded Ray Emery, Jerome McGinley, Brian Campbell, Jordan Leopold, Michael Grabner, Dennis Weidman, Andrew Ladd, Grant Kletzum, and 3 second-round picks, and ended up with Fowler, Ekman Larson, Troy Brower, Latondres, and Kovalchuk as a waiver.
And a first. No?
No first. No first going into the future years, no.
What do you think? How would you rate yourself on that?
So I rated myself as a B minus. My notes simply stated, took a step back this year, 3D for the next number of years, multiple 5 speeds in 2012, Brower for post Horton decline, cleaned up the roster, and Latondres isn't working out though. B minus.
Yeah. All right. So who's your star now? Who's your team captain? Brad Richards?
Yeah. I'd say it's. I mean, my number one guy is Horton in the middle because he's 5'5" for the next 2 years, but and he's 5'6" shot power and accuracy next year. But I'm literally using all 5 forwards, all 3 defensemen for the next few years, and just like mixing and matching every single game. And I like having the flexibility.
Okay, interesting.
Go. Busy trade season. Anybody out there? I haven't checked the chat here. I'll stop sharing just quickly before we move on to our quick draft recap. Anybody out there on the trade market that any comments about the trades? There's the only comment I just saw was GMDS, turn off your video. Fuck, there's a lot of comments. So if you had a really interesting comment, you better resend it. We're going to move on to the draft. Talk about the lab, Sagathon says. I'm not sure what that means.
The lab can fuck off.
I left yesterday from work and I didn't turn on the computer until like just before here, and I signed on to Discord and I was like, oh my God, it'd been like 30 hours since I last was on here, and it was like a million things.
Just imagine what Dazri thinks when he signs on, not having used Discord before.
Okay.
Every time.
So, question: when is Dazzler going to start playing?
Well, he probably signs on to Discord and just says, "Fuck this, I'm out." Like, how do you even like that? Like season games tag every person. Yeah, sure. Same one. Same one. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, he gets going.
I mean, because that's the thing is like, yeah, like neither him or Rockford, like the villain, like neither of them have played any games. Like, I wonder if it's just like so overbearing to them that
I think so, man.
that they don't want to be doing it.
I think I'll message him either next week or the week after when I get home and see if he wants to play a XE or something, because he probably just needs to get on and like figure out what he's doing. Like,
Yeah, he has not set up port forwarding yet, so he needs somebody to walk him through that process. I said you probably could, but he was also waiting on a computer battery or something, so I expect that he'll probably start playing. But somebody's gonna have to take the lead on it, like get him encouraged to get on here. I think, because this Discord is impossible. Like as soon as he signs on there,
crazy, man. It's super overwhelming for all
It was-
of us.
I was just trying to go through before we jumped on here. Like I was like 5 minutes just getting to the bottom of the feed so that all the blue thing would get off my screen. Like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. Anyway, unbelievable. But looked like there's lots going on. Let's go through the draft quickly. I don't have the draft results now. They're totally disappeared.
There
Like,
you go.
I don't know if the historical database
Let's try
exists.
going to the website. No?
Man, like I just don't understand why we can't somehow go to like click a drop down link and go to season 15. You know, I don't know. This is so crazy to me. But so I can't, so we're gonna have to go by memory, I guess. Unless the website.
I mean, we
has
can just
something.
go roughly through it. Like it's
I don't even have the draft order.
Sagan,
I don't even remember that.
Sagan, Pietrangelo, Hall.
So they're saying on the chat to lean forward when you talk, and it seems to be helping. Did you hear that? They're saying on the chat, it's better when you lean forward.
Yeah. That's
All right.
So Sagan was a no question, right? He was going to take Sagan.
Sagan was number 1. Peter Angelo was number 2. Taylor Hall was number 3. I mean, and who was that? Who was number 4?
Yeah, I was
4?
It'd be really nice if we had the list. I don't know
Who was picking 4th. Matty was picking 4th.
Oh,
Who you
Oh
take?
yeah, that was a no-brainer too. He was the 4th. There were 4 best guys in that draft, I thought.
Yeah. The question of the draft was what
Oh, nice.
Baytown
Thanks
at
for
number
picking
5
it.
was going to
Here,
do.
I'm going to put this up. I'm going to share the screen. This guy's not only the champion, he's also on the ball.
Oh, he got it. Nice. Yeah, Wheeler was 4. It was like a 4-person. Like those picks seem very clear to me. The order of those.
There we go. I wish
Yeah.
I could zoom in. I would.
Hall and Pietrangelo was a bit of a question. I think I thought he might go Taylor Hall, but
No, but that's okay. So here's the thing though with Orange County though, right? I mean, like Taylor Hall might be better than Peter Angelo, but he would have also had to have dropped either Oshie or Krejci. So like, are you that much better by dropping one of those guys to get Taylor Hall? I mean, he dropped Eric Brewer. Yeah, he dropped Eric Brewer to get Pietrangelo.
Yeah, and he's terrible. So all those are good. Top 4 was a no brainer. Then you get to Jer, and this was really interesting to me. This one.
Oh, Vinny.
He picked Vinny. So he has Hedman and he has Mike Green, who's awesome, 5 speed. So he really didn't need a D. So which left him with like Datsuk, Vinny, or the guys who weren't really that great, but longer term, like Vanek, and then Skinner was the guy I thought he might take.
So I had draft steals and draft misses. I had Baytown as a draft miss. Taking Vinny and dropping Desharnais, like Desharnais, I know Nate's a big Desharnais fan. Like, I don't see how Vinny is that much better than Desharnais and keeping Tyler Myers instead of like drafting another defenseman. Because like if you look at Victor Hedman, like he's 4-4 for like every single season.
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, really? I just look at his overalls; look really good. But... So here's Vinny.
Yeah, his overalls look good, but like if you look at the actual minutia of Victor Hedman, it's not as good as what you would think.
Yeah,
Holy,
Vinny
this
ain't
is
good
Vinny.
at
This
all.
is not good. Look at this. This is terrible, actually.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm shocked by this. So he only has really one good year left in 2014 when everybody's
But
good.
he's playing him this year, isn't he? Like he's
Yes.
4 agility, 4 speed.
He started him against me when I played him.
Wow.
Holy, that's really bad. So Datsuk would have been better, like no question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he just wanted a
Right.
short-term forward, like why wouldn't he have?
I thought he was good this year, Vinny, but then dropped off. But wow.
Well, no wonder Sonoma quit. Datsuk 4, but even Datsuk's not great. His shot accuracy though, his shot
Stick
power is
handling,
nice.
he's good. He's quite good. That's like Yager stats there.
Yeah, better than Vinny
Yeah.
for 3
All right,
years.
so Vinny
Yeah,
might be the
couple.
first reach then in that draft.
All right, let me go back.
Oh, Vinny was. I had Vinny in like the 10 to 15 range, not at number 5.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Jared first reach. And then we got Hamilton pick Ekman Larson. Did you debate Yandel versus Ekman Larson at all? Or
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I literally went into, I made a copy of the sheets and I did a full-on investigation of Yandel versus Oliver Ekman Larson, like literally rating by rating, year by year, as to who was better. It was close. It was very close. But I mean, Ekman Larson had just slightly better ratings over the next 10 years than Yandel. So that's why I ended up going with him.
And Yandel was the obvious second defenseman. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, I think Ekman Larson was the number 2 after Pietrangelo, but then Yandel number 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There was nobody else that you were debating between at that point, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No,
so
those were the
DRK
only 2.
We already talked about that, Keith, the Yandel. Then Don picked Datsuk. So, I mean, I guess the question for Nathan, do you think if you're Don, you have that pick, you've just gotten Yager, you've gotten Rene, you're looking still for 4 because his D are pretty solid.
Yeah.
So your options are Datsuk, Thomas Vanek, Eliash, who isn't that great, and Jeff Skinner, I think, is the next best.
Yeah.
I honestly, I had Skinner.
Yeah.
Very high. I honestly, I thought Baytown was good. I thought Baytown would have gone Skinner. I mean, Baytown's a Southern Ontario guy, and Jeff Skinner played for the Kitchener Rangers. Like I thought he was going to go. Jeff Skinner.
Baytown's in Thunder Bay.
Oh, is he?
Anyway.
I thought he was Southern Ontario.
Oh,
No, he lives here.
I don't know. He's got a Pat Quinn emoji. So
yeah, we
Avatar.
discussed the Don one, right? Like that was the BPA, and when I made the trade with him, he was like, "Oh, maybe I can get Datsuk," is what he told me. So I knew he liked Datsuk, and I tried to message him just on WhatsApp, but he didn't see it in time.
Oh,
so.
interesting. That was a BPA.
That was a BPA. He was happy with it though. Afterwards, he was like, "Oh, great." So honestly, like from what I was saying earlier too, I think it makes more sense for these short-term guys. Like in his
next year,
like he gets us. Datsuk's the best guy this year, and next year he drafts a longer-term guy, right? Like I don't know. I think it makes more sense.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But Inglewood is different than Orange County or Carolina. Like he's got like Patrick Kane and not much else.
Yeah. Skinner might have
So
been
like again.
Well, he has.
Yeah. So I mean, because he's got what has he got? He's got Doughty and Carlson and Kane, but then not much else, right? So getting a short-term guy, I don't know is necessarily the best thing for Inglewood, but that's just me.
Fair enough. Good debate. The next pick was Lloyd, and this one he picked Vanek, and Skinner is still sitting there.
Vanek, I think, is pretty damn good though, isn't he?
Let me pull up the Vanek stats here. I think he has a number of years. I don't know if he's actually good. Now, not to get too far ahead of ourselves,
He's okay.
but I was surprised by Lloyd's roster. Like, it's better than I thought it was.
Decent, yeah, it's decent for sure.
So Vanek is he's okay, not great.
What is he?
4 speed, only
It's
for
not
4 more
bad.
years.
4 more years,
Whoop.
4 or 5.
What's
And his really good years, he's
Vanek's down B ratings?
Yeah, good point.
is that pass or what does
Passing.
Sagathon say?
Passing's a 4, yeah. That's the speed of it, though.
What's the accuracy on it? Do we know?
Accuracy's endurance, I think.
Insurance. That's one of the funny stats that like just inflates these things. You look at a guy and you're like, oh shit, he's got 6 endurance. Anyway, so Vanek, I don't know. I was surprised at that pick. I didn't think he was very good. And
Yeah,
so
Skinner probably makes more sense.
I thought Skinner at that point.
It's not bad though. Who else? Like other than Skinner, it's probably
And
those two.
Eliash, who wasn't great
Eliash
either.
wasn't good.
And then you were into the guys that I was talking about, like
Yeah.
the Zuccarello, Kane, but they were worse, I think, than these guys.
I think Vanek's okay there.
Vanek's okay. So then, okay, after Vanek, Eliash goes to Chalky. Skinner's still sitting on
that one
the
is
table.
probably-
Yeah, so I had this as another draft miss. Like
Yeah.
taking Eliash and dropping Perron is criminal by Sugar Valley. Like Perron has skills,
Interesting.
and Eliash is a name, but he's not that good.
No.
Right. I remember last year thinking about trying to trade for him, and then I looked at his like actual stats. His overalls look really good, but he wasn't very good at all.
Yeah, he's trash.
Did anyone pick up Piran?
And Jeff Skinner, no, he was my number 2 waiver after Kovalchuk, but no one actually picked him up.
I don't think he looks that good, to be honest with you. I don't know.
What's he got?
He's all right. I mean, he does have 6 shot accuracy this next year. Yeah, he's got the Laton dress stats. This year. 6 shot accuracy. Only 3 power. Sorry, only 3 shot power.
Game 4 hero, Laton dress. All right, so that's Chalky, bit of an odd choice. He has Edler, so he doesn't necessarily need a D, but he could have grabbed one of the D at that point too. But I don't know. I did think there was a drop off on the Ds anyway, but at that stage.
Well,
Then
that he could have taken Fowler at that point.
Well, we're almost there.
Yeah, and when he didn't is when I made the move.
Sagathon takes Skinner next. That was like he was like over the moon. Then he got Skinner.
Skinner was a great one.
Yeah,
That's a great pick. He's
Skinner
lucky that he-
should have went in the top 5 or 6 picks.
Yeah. So then you're up, and again so you already picked Ekman Larson at this point. You picked Cam Fowler, and I got to tell you, I was kind of floored by this pick. I was serious. I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted to take a D at 15, and I had the only guys I was looking at were Shattenkirk and McDonough. I'd already written off Fowler. So and then you picked Fowler at 12, and I was like, holy fuck! Like, and then I thought I was crazy. I went back, but his stats aren't very good, so I was kind of like, oh, good. I don't know what you were thinking, but so maybe I'm missing something. Like, what stats are you looking at that this guy's good?
So I in combination to see, I'm not just looking at him as an individual. I'm looking at how he mixes in with both Ekman Larson and Cromwell. So like the years that like OEL or Cromwell might be down, like Fowler's up. Like I mean, I'm looking at like the combination of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. So were you
Because yeah, like he's good. He's good this year, and then he's trash for 2 years. But that's fine because OEL and Cromwell are good for the next 2 years, and then by the time he's like what is that in 2015 where he's 5'5", that's like when Cromwell starts to tail off, and then him and Ekman and Larson are going to be my 5'5" guys.
But I'm looking at your roster, and it's I'm just looking at the overalls, and it's like Fowler gets to 84 in 2015, but Ekman Larson's 93, Cronwell's 89 that year. I think he seems to peak the same year those two peak, no? Just
Yeah, and
I don't know about speeds, but
no, and again, a lot of that is just like the inflation of like 2014, 2015. And if nothing else, I have a extra defenseman that I can dangle to someone.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I totally understood grabbing a D. That made a lot of sense to me. It was I thought maybe you would go with McDonough. I thought he was better, but maybe just didn't fit your list or your team then.
No, it does. Yeah, McDonough didn't work in the Cronwall, Ekman Larson timelines.
Makes sense. That's why I was looking at McDonough over Shattenkirk because of the same reason that you're laying out. So that makes total sense to me. All right, then next Vic picked Zuccarello, which I thought was a really smart pick. I was debating between Zuccarello, Kane, Eberle, and James Neal. Those are the four that I was looking at, and I thought Zuccarello was the best one. He grabbed him before me. You have any other thoughts about that one?
No, yeah, that was a good pick.
No, it was solid. Yeah, good
Ridgefield then takes the first goalie off the board.
pick.
I was kind of surprised by Ridgefield here. I thought he might just take a forward because he could use some longer term guy.
How did he get Ryan Smith? Was it waivers or I saw he was on?
Oh God, no! That was in the second round. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, so we dropped Kovalchuk with this
For
pick?
Ryan Smith.
Oh, right. Yeah, what was that all about? Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I just looked at his roster. I was like, how did he even get that guy? I didn't notice he picked him, but Holtby's good for this year. He's got 88.
Yeah. And
Holtby's pretty damn good, actually. Like
he would have had to get a goalie at some point.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. I mean, he kind of matches up.
Yeah, but if you look at it though, like
exactly
year 2 and 3, like he's fucked. He's still fucked on goalies.
Yeah, they don't really match up timeline wise that well.
No, they don't.
The guy who I was also looking at, Minnesota, has got the same problem. He's got two goalies that like match up. Mike Smith and Mike Smith a lot worse, but that would be the one to just flip Mike Smith and the Ridgefield backup Ben Bishop.
Yeah, true. Just so they match up better.
Just so they would match up better. I'm sure those two guys should talk. Anyway, that's the Ridgefield pick, Brayden Holtby. So I mean, he was a top
for him. Yeah, for sure. He doesn't really need much else.
Then we got after that is me. That's when I pick Evander Kane. Like I said, I was debating between those forwards. I also thought about McDonough, but I don't know what to do with my DM. Anyway, I got Evander Kane.
I like Evander Kane. Honestly, like in the year before, when I took Grabner, my pick was going to be Evander Kane, but then LHX took Evander Kane. That's what forced me to take Grabner.
If it wasn't for that, we never would have heard of Grabner.
Exactly.
Next pick was Eberle for Unholy. He was one of the guys I was looking at too, as I thought with the best forward, so it made sense.
Yeah, that's a great pick at 16.
Yeah, agree. Then Bobrovsky and Unholy. I mean, we got to acknowledge he picks McDonough, who I thought was the next best D, kind of even at the Fowler spot. He picked him at the 19, so he walked away with Eberle and McDonough. I don't know. Unholy's he's got his head screwed on straight with this shit right now. Like he's doing amazing.
Yeah, he's crafted up a pretty good roster.
So, are we at the Ticklepuss pick?
Yeah, so that's the one I want to ask.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I was trying to trade for this one. I only had to offer. I think I offered my first for next year, and he just laughed at me. So he didn't want that at all.
He said he was dangling it, but
yeah, I didn't value it.
Honestly, I'm shocked that he took it. Okay, so for the guy who says goalies don't matter, he took a goalie at 17.
Yeah,
like this is a player who doesn't need a top-notch goalie. And let's be honest, I mean, aside from Stamkos, like he could use other talent somewhere else. Honestly, again, I see this as a draft miss. He could have done something better at 17 than taking a goalie, in my personal opinion.
Sure, his thought is that he's going to flip the goalie eventually. Like he was already kind of trying to flip him to G-Lock, so I was quite surprised by that pick. I didn't think there was any chance he was going to take a goalie, and so I think I messaged Pitt. Pitt had the next pick. I think I was trying to trade for that too because I wanted Bobrovsky. Like looking at these numbers. But then he just
you as someone who had no goalie whatsoever, but like I mean he had something, and I mean I don't know. I think Puss could have done better at 17 than taking a goal.
So the next pick was McDonough. So like even on I'm just looking at Puss's roster here. Like he could have taken McDonough. He could have used another D. He would have lost Rafalski this year. Maybe Rafalski's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe Brad Stewart.
No,
or like-
Rafalski is shit.
Yeah, so like I'm that's what I'm surprised about. He could have. I mean, Tim Connolly is actually really good. And he's 15 stick handling this year. So I could see why, and Kovalev is 15 stick handling. So I could see him why he would keep both of those guys. I don't know about Bertuzzi. I'm guessing he has some good year coming up.
86 that one year.
Maybe it's that year he's
Yeah,
looking
that's good.
for. Like, you know, Puss is planning this out too pretty carefully. But yeah, I thought it was the D that surprised me that he could have grabbed, and Shattenkirk was still there too. So he had his choice still, McDonough and Shattenkirk. Yeah, anyway, I was surprised by that one too. And then so Unholy, we already talked about McDonough. Then we get into a bit of a goalie run. So Pitt picks up Cam Ward. So again, to me, Shattenkirk was the next guy that was out there at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, but Pitt likes goalies. He gets a 91
Yeah.
goalie this year. I think it makes sense. I don't know.
It's a good pick for him, I thought too.
I think so.
Cam Ward's a good
I like that
goalie
pick
for a
for him.
lot of years, and he needed a
I don't know.
guy.
Pitt needed. I mean, I don't hate the Cam Ward pick, but I mean, it felt like Pitt needed to get either a forward or a defenseman. Like based on where he is in terms of like competitiveness, like I mean, Caberlet is on the downslope. Like what has he got? Eric Johnson. And I mean, he did get Clay Wilson in the second round, so that's fine. But it's like, Hemsky is garbage after this year. He's got Marchand, he's got Host.
Marchand Host.
I don't know. It just again was goalie really the number one need that he had.
He would have had Brizgalov and who
Rolls.
he did have his years covered.
Yeah, and
yeah. So now he got
and Pitt would have been fine with a 73 rated goalie.
I think he's really good with a top-notch goalie though. Like he doesn't take goalie that often. I actually think it's more valuable for him. I don't know. I kind of agree with the pick. I like it.
Yeah.
It would either that or James Neal probably realistically.
Yeah, fair enough. It was Shattenkirk and Neal at that point who were left.
Yeah.
So then you got, and I think everybody, although actually that's not true because then you got who did Pink take? What does that say? Derek
Stepan.
Yeah, he was on my list too.
I didn't have him on the list, but that
and actually I got Derek Stepan as a draft steal.
Oh, really?
He's 5'5" he's 5'5" in the first year as a right-hander, and you add him with the Sedins, like that's gold for him.
Yeah, and he's trying to defend his title. I mean, this is the year to go for it. That's cool.
4 or 5.
Oh, he's 4'5". That's good.
4 or 5. He's okay.
Oh, sorry, 4 or 5.
He's all right. He's 5'5" in 2015. Yeah, he's nothing too special. He's okay though.
Yeah. So we got, and Woodland picked a goalie in there too. So he picked up Halak, which is fine. He had a goalie. Yeah. So I mean, that was the next best goalie on the board. Then Red got BPA'd, which is really unfortunate because Hamlick, he'll probably love Hamlick, but man, that's rough with Shattenkirk sitting there. I don't know why that was picked for him. To me, Shattenkirk was like, Hamlick isn't even on the
Yeah,
board.
he'll be happier with Hammer than Shattenkirk.
He will be, but Shattenkirk was just way better. And then G-Lock takes Jimmy Howard. It didn't make any sense at all to me. I know he wanted a goalie, but
why?
But no, but he had nothing at goalie.
didn't he have a goalie that's exactly the same?
Lineup's all locked in now, though.
Oh yeah, I see. He has Bernie, so it'll be for next year. That's what I was just thinking. He had
he wanted
Bernie
this year, but
he was no better this year than Bernie. That's why I was kind of like, what the hell are you doing? And then the other years they're all the same. He's a couple years, 65, 69. Like it's nothing. It's just for next year that it does give him somebody. So he picked a guy for next year. That's
Bernier. Was he yours at one point? Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Then Mike gets Shattenkirk, which is like that's BPA as well. That's luckiest thing to happen to him.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shattenkirk is great at 24.
Great, yeah. He hasn't shown up 2 drafts in a row, and he got Jamie Benn and Shattenkirk.
Well, he was kind of there though. Didn't he message that second like right after and wanted?
Yeah, and he was like,
something?
"Yes,
Yeah.
you picked the right guy."
Right.
Then Wolf comes up, and Alfie's still on the board, so he takes Alfie. And the funny thing is, like, Alfie's not even that much worse than like Datsuk, who we would have got at 8.
Yeah, no, it's not really. LP's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's fine. A couple good years. Although I'm surprised he didn't take James Neal, but Dasbury got James Neal then, which was pretty huge for him.
Yeah.
He has some really nice years coming up, which is great for a guy who has a team that's actually pretty decent, but isn't great. Then Dasbury takes Varlamov, next best goalie. That's fine. You take Mike Fisher instead of a goalie here, Nate. What was your thinking there?
Yeah. I don't know. I needed a man.
I- Honestly, Nate, I had Mike Fisher as a draft steal at 28.
Oh, thank you.
If you look at Mike Fisher's stats, like I think he's gold. Like this year, I think he's trash, but the next like 3 or 4 years, like he's good.
I agree. Yeah. I liked him. Yeah, I was looking at his stats. He didn't have that much speed, but I was gonna pick a goalie, but I thought, well, all the other ones were kind of similar level, so I just kind of.
The only one that went in between you and this spot in your next pick when you got Reimer was Robin Lehner.
Yeah,
Could've gotten Lehner.
I think that's why. Yeah, I was like looking at the picks, and I was like, no one needs a goalie. I'm gonna get Lehner anyway. And then Yoda picks him as his backup the very next pick. I was like, oh, I didn't factor that in, but I actually wanted Lehner. But
Anyway, that's the end of round one, so I think we're good with that. Any overall thoughts, DS, about the draft or about what team do you think?
Yeah, a couple of draft steals that I really like are Jeff Petrie to Italy at 41, and Sumter getting Yuri Talusti at 49.
that was the gold pick.
I wanted that guy
Yuri.
too. I would have taken that guy if I kept 34 and I already had a goal.
I thought he was a D man. I didn't realize he was a forward. I had him on my list as D man.
He's gonna be awesome in 2 years. It's one awesome year.
So yeah, those were my draft steals, and then Richfield taking any kind of forward and then releasing Kovalchuk was just like I don't understand what he's doing.
All right, very good. Anything, Nathan?
No, but just on that, I messaged Richfield before, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm interested in Happy Bulin or Kovalchuk if you end up having to drop them," because I knew he was probably gonna pick over them, and then yeah, he dropped them both. But he's good though. He messaged me after, and just said something like, "Oh, he didn't have time to look at it or something."
Here we go. All right, there's our draft recap. So I don't know if we need to do any previews of season 16, but we could before we do roster rankings. Just couple quick questions for you guys. Season 16, Pink's the defending champ. What teams have a lot of pressure on them we do this every year, but let's do it again. What teams have a lot of pressure on them going into season 16? I'm gonna put up the standings
Well,
box.
before we start, like, are we at 4 champions in 4 years? Is that what we're at now?
I wish we had a historical
Dag,
database.
Nips Pink, I think.
So
right?
I won season 10.
10. What are we on now?
Then season 11 was when Pitt won his first one.
Yeah.
Season 12, I won. Season 13, Stegathon won. Season 14, Pitt won. Season 15, Pink won. So what's that?
So in the last 4 years, there's been 4 new champions. Right? Or not 4
11.
new, but like 4 different champions.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 years in a row. There hasn't been a repeat.
Right. 5 years, no repeat.
Yeah.
Man, pretty great.
But it's pretty great.
We've reached the era of parity now, so that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's really cool. Like for Pink, the odds of defending are slim. Like nobody's done it in 5 years. It's like the NBA now.
Yeah. Honestly, this is like after the Warriors dynasty, we're into the
That's right.
yeah.
Who's the next dynasty team?
Yeah, so what's the pick this year then? So what was your question? Who's got most
Well,
pressure?
I mean, who's got most pressure? But let's do before we do that. Who's the favorite going into the season? Who are
That's
the
close
favorites?
now, eh? Any thoughts on that, DS? Who's the favorite going into this season?
Just taking a look at it, I mean, based on roster construction, I mean, favorite. I mean, I still think you have to go with some OGs like, with Sean and Nips, right? I mean, I think those guys still have to be favorites.
I don't know. Did we lose you, DS? Sorry, I'm messing around here. I don't know.
No, I'm still here.
We got like 1,000. We're
Sorry,
like getting
guys,
sucked into
sorry.
the vortex.
Can you see the just active screen on its own?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, holy smokes. We're lucky to have survived that. So what
go
did you
ahead,
say?
DS. You're saying Sean and Nips, you think?
Oh yeah, I was going to the
I-
standing spots there.
in terms of favorites, I still think it's Sean and Nips. Yeah, I mean, a close second is going to be it's going to be Pink. It's going to be maybe Red, but honestly, like Red's roster, you know, until Red actually takes his roster construction seriously, he's not going to win a championship.
All right, what do you think, Nathan? Who's your favorite? If you had to pick one, who's got the, what are the highest odds to win the champ?
Yeah, I mean, seems as wide open as ever right now.
Right, fair enough. And probably if this was like being like, if FanDuel was doing odds, it would probably, there wouldn't be one favorite. There would be a bunch of people at the same general range.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably put you Pink, you Nips Pink in that order. I think would be.
He Nips Pink in that order. Segathon?
I mean, his roster was a bit rough. I mean, Sagathon Red would be the next grouping.
Next
I think,
tier?
out of
You
that.
agree?
Yeah, I'd put Sagathon in like the 6 to 8 range.
6 to 8. So who's above? Who are the top 5 for you in your mind?
I'd put Pitt.
Top
This
5
year.
odds to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year.
Honestly, I'd put after Maryland Mike fucking shit canned me. That guy can fucking play. I'd put him ahead of Minhatrick. I put Puss ahead.
There's no
I
way
probably
FanDuel-
I'd
There's
put Nate ahead, Bell ahead, Red ahead.
So okay, forget who's ahead of Sega.
I like this though. Keep going. Keep going. This is good shit.
Okay, let's do this, DS.
Sumter. So no, I'd put Sega at like 8th.
Okay, I'm gonna read names to you, and you tell me when to stop. Who is ahead? At what point does Segathon become ahead of these guys? Okay, I'm gonna read names to you. Thunder Bay. Keep going. Pitt. Keep going. Okay. Who else is there? Sumter. Keep going. Maryhill. Keep going. All right, so that's 4. Taipei. Keep going. 5.
Yeah.
All right. Who else am I missing here? Who's the tops guys?
Puss.
Oh yeah, Ticklepuss, Tegucigalpa. Okay, that's 6. South Hills. 7. Okay. Who else, Nate? North Bay.
Yeah, it's close.
Okay, so 7. You stopped at 7, or is there somebody else? Anybody I missed that you would put ahead of Segathon?
Who did I say? I said what?
You named all the
South
good players.
Hills, Puss,
Second, just
Nate,
Hills in the Q finals.
John Bell, Red.
The most underrated player. Still, you guys won. He won once, and he's been in the finals probably like 7 times, and he's still the most underrated guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, him and North Bay are battling out for like 7th, 8th.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
So,
All right. So forgetting Segathon, who are your top 5 in the odds books this year to win the title?
I would say Pitt, Thunder Bay.
2.
Let me see.
That's it, or would you have a category there of just those 2?
Those would be my top 2. After that, I would probably put like Nate, Red, Puss,
Sumter just getting disrespected.
and Sumter. Yeah, those would be my next 4.
Defending champ doesn't even get remembered until number 6.
Well, I'm going through the standings, and he hasn't played yet.
Underdog story, it's coming back. The underdog defending champ. Okay, that makes sense to me. I don't know. Nate, do you think that's different? Do you think that Pitt and Thunder Bay are at the highest odds together on FanDuel?
Yeah, I would think that would be the betting odds would be, yeah, Thunder Bay Pitt 1-2, and then I think we
Is-
teams over that.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, hey, all credit to Pink for for winning the championship last year. And I'm not taking anything away from him, but he did have an easy path.
What was his path? What did he? I'm trying to. I wish I could look, but
It would have been like Providence, Woodland.
Providence. No.
Woodland beat
Yeah, no, because Providence took me out.
Providence beat Hamilton, and Woodland beat somebody.
Beat Puss.
Woodland beat Puss. Then Woodland beat Providence to play.
Yeah.
So Pink never played Providence.
UM. All right, you say UM, Italy.
Oh, UM first round, then Vic.
Yeah.
Vic with Saguenay, then Woodland, then he beat me. Yeah, I mean, and his hardest round was Woodland, 7-gamer. That was the only one. He beat me in 6. Yeah, I don't. You're right.
So
he didn't have to go through.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is you're worse than Woodland then.
Woodland gave him the best run. That's what I'm saying. Truly, I mean, it's objective. Fuck, 7 games, beat me in 6 and kicked the shit out of me. So I don't know, but I do hear what you're saying, that he didn't have to run a gauntlet to get there. That's no disrespect.
Yeah, because who did you have to go through?
First round was
Richfield.
Oh yeah, Richfield, then Maryhill, then Pitt, then Sumter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all good. I mean, so let's look at the top teams that you gave. So you gave 8 teams there, Sutton. Which one of those teams has the most pressure to have a good season?
See, it's not Sumter because he's already won, so there's no pressure on him. I think it's on either you or Pitt, to be honest with you, because you guys are the perennial, quote unquote best, and you haven't, especially for you haven't won in a while.
Quote unholy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, probably Sean. That makes sense.
And
I would say
and especially for Pitt, because his defense is declining very quickly, so he needs to make hay like in the next year or two.
Yeah. I mean, he's got Marchand though as a building block, and Hosa still. He's still got pieces.
No, his forwards are fine. His forwards are fabulous, but his defense is declining quickly.
I want to see Red after that year. Like, he was the President's winner. And then kind of like, what was the round 2? Like,
it was
5 games?
It was rough.
Like, that was
But he had also been. Remember, he sent the picture. He was like hauling
tipping
dead
cows
cows
or
out of
something,
like they're all
yeah.
crushed and like he was probably pretty traumatized. And he came back and like
I need drinks.
he was like, I think it was. I'd have to go back through my DMs, but he was like, okay, I need another half hour. I just got home. I need to have a hot shower because I'm frozen solid.
Hands probably didn't work.
He barely moved. He was probably just like,
And you were just
he's
saying,
being
no, I'll give
crushed.
you
I'm
20
like,
grand.
man, I'm ready for you. Hurry up. I'm just waiting. I don't know. He said 9 o'clock.
Oh, man.
He's like, I've got to wash all the cow's blood from them being crushed by a trailer in front of my face.
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
So
pretty damn good
I felt bad
excuse.
for him actually, because after, and he was, you know how Red's so chatty sometimes on DMs, and this time he was just like, good games. He disappeared immediately. So
Yeah,
I
he
knew
kind of left the server for a bit. It seemed
He was not happy with that loss. So I don't know. Maybe the connection was shitty too. I don't really remember, but it was I don't remember the scores, but they were super high scoring games, like 6-7 goals a game. It was dumb. Although all my games are like that these days. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think he's got some pressure to repeat. I mean, that was
Yeah.
a pretty damn impressive regular season to go out in the second round. So
For sure.
I think he's got pressure. You've got pressure for sure. And Nips, I mean, Nips just won 2 seasons.
Two
ago. I don't
seasons
think he
ago.
really has any pressure.
Nips has 2 championships.
Yeah.
He's not fine.
Maybe Saginaw. after his first round exit.
He doesn't have pressure either. He's got a championship. He's fine.
He's cruising too.
I mean, I think like Type A,
Like,
at some
how
point
much
you've
more?
got pressure. Okay, let's go through the lower teams. Like, I mean, Puss to me has pressure. Puss, like, I don't know what the
Force has pressure.
Puss there's a lot of pressure. Like, he lost in the first round of Woodland, who I want to talk about after, but he hasn't won. I mean, anything like a round. Does he won a round? I don't know. I'm sure he has, but doesn't feel like he's been in anything relevant in a long time.
Yeah, Puss got some pressure because Stamkos is now peaking. Actually, a lot of teams, I would say. Hamilton after that 3 seed last year, very similar to what we're just discussing with Red. Like, there's a lot of pressure on you, I think.
Nah. No, because no one expects me to win anything. So like, there's no pressure.
You gotta advance though. Like, you've got to win at least a round, I think, next year, or I don't know.
I beat Maryland Mike a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know that's true. And that was a pretty amazing performance, which is why the Providence lost. Like, I was picking you to win over Providence, like without really having our series at all, and he just beat the hell out of you.
So okay, so here I'll. I didn't want to talk about this. Okay, so when it was coming down to like the wire as to like playoff positioning and everything, he was the one team I didn't want to play. A goalie camper and a fucking down B guy. Like, it was the perfect storm of like teams that I didn't want to play.
Fair enough.
And his style just does not conform well to what I do, and I knew going into it, and maybe mentally I had already like lost it in my own head, but it was not a good matchup for me.
Yeah, and it didn't go well. 4 straight, not good.
Oh God, no! It was embarrassing.
That's what's really fascinating about these like specific matchups too. I really like the like idea of people matching up better with others.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I think Woodland is a bad matchup for Puss, and he upset him. Like, I think there's certain matchups that are just tricky.
Mm-hmm. Pink is a bad one for me. Like, he's not good. Mary Hill, I would much prefer to play Red, but a lot of guys wouldn't feel that way.
No.
It's just his style. I like his style. Like, it's good for me. It's fun with lots of attack. It's kind of like he could be all over. He's kind of hit or miss. Sagathon, I don't like his style.
No, I don't like playing Sagathon either.
You beat Sagathon.
No, Sagathon's a bitch, and we can just say it, okay?
He's all there for Sagathon.
That might have been the biggest Taipei victory in a while, a couple seasons at least.
I mean, yeah, first rounder, but it felt good to beat Sagathon. It felt like I beat him. I mean, he's beaten me probably three out of 4 series in the dub, so that one felt pretty good to.
It was nice to knock him out. He's sort of a favorite for next generation.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that felt good, but.
So, question, Sean, you got the active or sort of the standings up here. Who is the N and the J who are currently in the sheets looking at this stuff? Is that Nick and who?
J is probably you.
Oh, it might be me, actually.
And N is Nathan.
Okay. I thought it may have been Nick. Okay.
No. So where do you put Woodland? And the guy makes conference finals in the second playoffs, 3rd season.
Yeah.
Where does he fall now in your like overall rankings here? Should he be a top 8 seed this year?
I'd say he's comfortably in that 8 to 10 range.
That sounds right to me. Yeah. That sounds right. It's tough to put him automatically in the top 8, I think, but one more playoff round, I think, for sure. I don't know.
Here, if you look at his team though, which I'm going to do as we speak.
Backstrom was 95 last year, I remember, and he's like 81 or something now. So
Yeah, like Gagne goes to shit after this year. Ladd is shit next year. Voracek is shit next year. Backstrom's good. So like
Yeah, okay.
he has to make hay this year because next year he's going to take a step back.
That's fair, but I also, with that said, I don't. It's not like his roster's amazing.
no,
Like last year, his roster wasn't amazing. The guy made the Final Four. Like, and you could make
No.
it that his bracket was weaker. He didn't sort of face any of the like really top guys, but he beat Puss, which is pretty good. He beat Providence, and that's a guy in his range. So him beating Providence is not surprising. Him beating
Back-to-back
Puss to me is surprising.
it's had 2 upset wins back-to-back years. Like
Yeah, both he beat Providence twice. Yeah. I mean, maybe the Providence matchup sucks for Providence. Who knows?
Yeah.
But he beat Puss, so he's beaten Providence and
Pink to
Puss.
7. Like he's like a
Took Pitt to
legit
7.
player.
He
Like,
took Pitt to 7 the year before. I remember that.
yeah,
one.
or 6 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or- yeah,
But he really relied on his goaltending. And like Vokun is only 75 this year, and then next year 69, and then I mean he's got Halak
Yeah.
at 86 next year, but like I don't know. I think Woodland is going to be good this year. He could take a step back next year, though.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
maybe,
I think
but
he might just be locked into that group now.
Yeah.
He's really solid to me.
And then where does that leave? Like, so are we really talking? Like, is Chalky and Lloyd, are they like in that 8 to 10 group too, or 8 to 12 or whatever?
No. Chalky and Lloyd are in the 12 to 16 range.
So who else is in your 8 to 10 range, 8 to 12 range? Like we looked at the top 8 guys, which got us to Sagathon and Foley.
13 for you?
he graciously put Sagathon at 9. But you had North Bay there with them, and we had gone through the list of everybody else. So that's where I'm looking at the standings here, and I'm not seeing it. Like, to me, the next group is pretty damn even, including Woodland, Chalky, Providence, Ultra, G-Log, Vic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say Italy.
Yeah, like
North Bay.
A lot of them, like
myself.
Yourself. Yeah, I forgot Hamilton for sure. Like, and then I think there's still a step down with the Audubon, Minnesota, Crab, that group. Richfield's in the middle.
Yeah, like I could see like because that Audubon, Richfield, Betty Ford, Wolf, they're right on the bubble of like in or out.
Well, Wolf was a
I don't know.
conference.
But Wolf should be better, but he hasn't been.
Richfield was just like 18, 19 last year.
8 seed last year. Or
Wolf
9 seed.
was in the finals 2-3 years ago.
Right.
It's just like year to year. It's so up in flux. I feel like I don't know this group.
But if
everyone's just so close now.
it feels like Richfield kind of took advantage of like no Klein, no LHX, no Hoth. Like it felt like Richfield kind of took advantage of that sort of thing. I wouldn't put Richfield in the top 8. I'm not sure I'd put him in even the 8 to 12 range. I'd probably put Richfield in the 12 to 18 range.
I'm not clearly seeing your 8 to 12 range, I guess, is my challenge. I can see like a top 8 that has that Unholy is kind of like the bordering of, because I do think Unholy is probably ahead of the next group, but I don't see the difference really between Providence, Chalk, that grouping of guys who have made the playoffs for a bunch of years, Hamilton. I don't see that big of a difference between that with Richfield, even Audubon. Like, there's just a massive group of guys who are like pretty good.
I mean, personally, I'd put Lloyd, Chalk, myself ahead of like Magnus, Richfield, Audubon.
Interesting, because I mean, fair enough, because you've basically all made the playoffs every year, and Magnus hasn't. Audubon hasn't. That's fair. And Crab would be in the second grouping.
I mean, it's a big year.
Very close. Yeah. I mean, it actually, and talking about pressure, like, like we're looking at pressure at the top end of the scale, but like, where's the pressure on like the middle guys, right? I mean, like, there's pressure on G to make the playoffs. There's pressure on Betty Ford to make the playoffs. There's pressure on, I'm just looking here. There's pressure on Autobahn to make the playoffs. There's pressure on, Vic with a expansion roster to make the playoffs. I mean, like, there's that group of teams that has their own kind of, individual type of pressure too, right?
Well, you're saying Crab. I mean, that's like Crab. We've been saying for years.
Crab had a really disappointing year last year. Whether that was a little bit of a soft tank, he got the #1 pick. We'll see. But his roster is stacked this year. He needs to start winning.
I mean, let's talk a little bit more about this. Like I've been saying this, I think, a couple years now, that the jump between this level and the next level is very, very, very difficult. And knocking one of these really good guys out of the playoffs is really difficult. And everyone loves to say, and this happened with Jair, it happened with Gamby.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to see the guys who like were really terrible and got better as being on the verge of taking the next jump. And I just think that's really hard. And I don't know, man, can Crowd do it? Like I'm not convinced, like, yet. I think
I mean,
better,
who were
I think it's to be a manual goalie.
the
Never gonna do this. That's I'm
yeah. I mean, the last three teams were what? Providence, Wolf, and who?
And Meg
and Magnus.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see Crab being better than Magnus.
Yeah, I could too, but then that means Audubon's out, Minnesota's out. There's like a bunch of other guys here too that also have a say in this whole game. Vic and G-Lock now are not one and the same. We got like it's not. I hear what you're saying. Like Crowd could be better than Magnus. Certainly possible. Anyway, I hope he can. I think I like Crowd in the league. I think he's awesome. I think he plays the GM game super well. But I'm not convinced he's going to be able to do it until he gets manual goalie.
Woodland is an example of someone who jumped up quickly
and stayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like mostly it will take some time. I mean, you're right.
Not many guys go from 20 to fucking 14 to 12 in a single year. Like Woodland is the exception to the rule.
And then almost nobody goes from 12 to 1 or 12 to like Pink. That's what's so amazing about this.
Yeah.
Pink really, like, if we were having this discussion in season 5, would be a guy we're talking about like Crap. Like a guy who's not even in the playoffs, like, and maybe won't ever be. Like, who knows? Guy fucking wins. Like, that is wild.
Did Pink win a shitty bill to get Chara?
Yeah, I think he won
which
back in the day.
Which then turned into a Sedin.
Yeah, I think so.
He definitely won one, and he was right up there in maybe 2 of them. I mean, yeah, I tried to ask the Digital Chicklets podcast last night if they want the shitty bill back. If I wanted their opinion on it, but no one answered my question.
Just talk about more ban.
Yeah, I want to know what people that don't make playoffs think of this. I know, like, it got erased when Klein refused to play, and he was just like outraged at the idea of shitty bill. But like it was going pretty smoothly up until that point, and then we've never revisited the
man.
I don't know if it's good or not. Like it is kind of nice when the season's just over, people have a break, so I'm not sure, but I would like the people who don't make playoffs to give some input on this. It's like what's the forum?
To me, it should happen every year. It should happen. Shitty Bill was awesome. What the hell?
Good.
What's
I
the
like seeing these playoff series.
And does Golden need to see a top fucking 3 pick every year? No, like this is craziness.
Even if you had like a top 4 like Shitty Bill, and like that person just gets the best lottery odds.
It's just odds, right? It increases the odds. It doesn't even have to be the best, right? Just give 5% bump or something like something like that. I think it should be brought back because it's just enjoyable, but
no brainer in my mind. Absolutely no brainer. It would be the best time for those guys too. I would assume. I don't know.
would think so too.
Klein
Just-
fucking hated
they
it. I don't know why
the
he hated it.
idea of it, like, and it was just like, I don't, and if they can't play, then they can't play. They just forfeit and the next, and the guy moves on, right? Like,
Sure.
it's not,
No, they don't lose anything.
you don't lose anything. It's
odd.
like a playoff series like this. The league is way better in the playoffs. These series are by far the most enjoyable aspect of
Right,
this.
right, right.
So
And
giving
like
people
a
a
Don
taste-
Don Yoda series would be fun to watch.
absolutely, and just give
Right.
them like
And that's the thing. Like, okay, let's be honest. Like, is Sumter versus, for example, like last year, is that more entertaining than a, Yoda versus, I don't know, Gaelic Gopher?
yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed the Shitty Bill watching those series. Or, I mean, you just see the scores. I remember Gamby would be in every year. I'd be rooting for Gamby, and
Fucking Gamby. He wouldn't trade me Sundin. That motherfucker.
he had a nice roster. Gamby, he had a really nice roster. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to know what they think, because I think we should bring it. I don't know. I'd be in favor for bringing it back, but.
I'm totally. I mean, as long as it doesn't delay anything, then yeah. Like, I mean, there's no harm whatsoever in those guys getting quote unquote playoff style, like experience, right? I mean, there's no harm in that.
100%, man, 100%. And it can even, if we need, it could be a 3 out of 5 series or whatever, just to move it along quicker. But
Exactly.
yeah, I think we should put it up to the poll master.
Who is the poll master these days?
Good question. I'm not sure how things get changed or I guess we just put
Oh.
the second at a base.
The base, man.
Base and just,
Yoda says bring it back.
Yoda wants to bring it back, then I think that's all we need, right? Like, Yoda,
If Yoda says.
man, Yoda says it, then that's the way it should be.
yeah.
I just don't see any downside in it. And if guys don't want to play, like the whole problem was Klein didn't want to play, so just don't play. Who cares?
Yeah, just don't
Right.
play. Play. Like, it's fine.
Everyone else doesn't have to not play also.
Sumter says,
I love Klein to death, but he's a whiny little bitch. If he didn't want to play, then fuck off.
Okay, yeah, he got 2 good guys there.
Yeah, 2 shitty bills for Pink. So
I've always said Shitty Bill is horrible.
Unholy does not like
Everyone
shitty
a
bill.
fragmentality path. It's the best way.
Unholy is the
Always
kick
on the
his
climb.
down.
Unholy can suck a bag of dicks.
He really doesn't like the participation culture that we have these days.
Yeah, it shouldn't take longer. He's kind of.
Shouldn't they? Well, this would be the problem. Like you'll have guys who are like, "It's taking so long. It's delaying everything."
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
yeah, that's a-
coordination would be an issue for sure, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yoda would definitely.
It's super simple. Like, you play your games by X date, and if you don't play, then the higher seed goes through. End of story. Like, it's super
no,
easy.
no,
Like, I
no,
mean,
Why would
Yeah,
the
eliminate
higher
everybody.
seed just not play then?
Actually
Just
goes
both
away.
eliminated, just kick them.
Eliminate everybody, and you have to play. And Yoda will be in the finals every fucking year. It'll be good.
well, then good. I mean, because Yoda wants to play, then good on him.
I'm good with that. Reward him. All right, cool. We've decided. We've solved the first big problem of the world. We've got a shitty bill coming up. What other problems do you see in the league? What other
Segathon?
Segathon? Oh man, I think everybody needs to chill. Like
No.
the solution. I mean, this is gonna sound like boosterism, but the fact that he stepped up and took that on is critical. But it's like it's tenuous, and the more that people
Yeah.
jump all over him, the more we're gonna get back into the same fucking nonsense we had before, and everything will get like switched up. Like it's so crazy to me that everyone just like immediately started attacking him for stepping up. Because like
But-
finally, like for so fucking long, we've been saying somebody needs to be the face of this league to communicate, to help the communication. And then it's like he's like finally like, okay, I've got approval. We're going ahead with it. Everyone's like, "Fuck you, you're terrible." It's just insanity to me.
But see, it isn't that in and of itself the issue is that it's not so much the people that are willing to step up and who are willing to help. It's the fucking jagoffs that like want to fucking tear people down.
Well, and it's so crazy because most of the time the like complaints are about things that don't make any sense. So like what we needed was somebody to step up and like take control of that, like at least the communication of it. And anyway, I think he can do it. I think it's good. I think we should all back off a little bit and just let him kind of do it.
Yes.
We're talking about
No, I mean,
and how people jump.
exactly. Like,
on it.
I'm joking. Again, at the end of the day, I'm joking. I mean, I think Sega is a perfect face of the league, as long as we don't use his face. And the fact that he is, engaging socially online and like, because we need that. I mean, if we want to expand this league, if we want to maintain this league, we need new blood. And
Honestly, man,
the Puss Diaper League.
I don't give a shit about any of the like new blood. Like I think it's fine, whatever. I don't care. All I really care about is that we get somebody who can make a decision that's clear and just makes sense. That's all.
Yeah.
And then
and whatever is stated in the rules is the rules.
That's all. So anyway, hopefully he can continue to do that and people won't like beat the shit out of him for it.
One last idea for the shitty bill: a March Madness style 1-game elimination knockout. Just
Ooh,
run
that'd
through a
be fun.
bracket, have a day, and have it.
Or even a home and home, but only goal like maximum goals like soccer does.
Oh wow!
You know, like you win 6-2 game one, you got to win by 5 the second game. That'd be
something like that. But anyway, that's enough shitty bill talk. Let's get to these roster rankings.
all right. Roster rankings. Let's do it. We're gonna turn our attention to the rosters, everybody. We have carefully planned it out. Have you guys also done 6 tiers like I did?
I did 6 tiers. Yep.
6.
Nope. I ranked them 1 through 27.
Okay, well that's a good way of doing it. That's the other way to do it is 6 tiers. Which
I was very busy at work this week.
okay, that's good. All right. Well, I want to let's go like top down to the bottom so we can end on a really negative note. Let's start with our top like tiers. First of all, Nathan, how many teams do you have in your top
I got
tier?
5 teams in my tier 1.
Nathan has 5 teams in tier 1, and I have 4 teams in tier 1. Sutton, we're gonna cut you off at your top 5, and we're gonna talk about the top 5 teams, and we'll see how many of these top 5 we have in common.
And just before we begin here, I did basically just this year. Didn't really take into consideration. I know we did that on the one pod, was like more future focused. This was like just this year's rosters for me, so it might be different.
Might be a bit different.
And-
What did you do?
Yeah,
Nick?
and personally, I did current based purely on this year, and then I did over the next 5 years. So I have 2 separate sets of rankings.
Oh wow. And I did kind of like whatever I felt. probably future oriented a little bit, but for the not I looked actually kind of combined it. I gave some points for having a good team this year, but also like future was important. And I also kind of just like if I had a tie, I thought which roster would I rather have? That was my main criteria. Tier 1, Nathan, why don't you start us off? Who were your top 5? And let's see. They don't in no particular order.
No particular order. All right. Well, we'll do Orange. What's the name of Orange City I wrote down? So Orange County, Inglewood,
Orange City.
Betty Ford, Audubon, Minnesota.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you heard that, Sutton. I have already a difference, but let's Sutton, who are your top 5 in no particular order?
So I've got Orange County, Betty Ford, Inglewood, Audubon, and Minnesota.
Oh, there we
Wow,
go.
you two are you're completely aligned. So I have no disagreement with Betty Ford, Inglewood, and Orange County. They were in my tier 1. Can we all agree that those are the 3 top teams?
No,
Oh, you don't even have those.
I had Orange County 5th, but
Holy shit!
What?
Who did you have? What did you have Orange County, Sutton?
that might be wrong.
Number 1.
You had Orange County number 1. Interesting.
Orange County?
I didn't really separate my guys in. I just did tier 1s, but
Isn't Betty the clear best roster here? I didn't even like.
all right. Let's compare Orange County versus Betty Ford. This is the ultimate. So we're gonna do a draft.
I got Betty Ford number 3.
Who's your number 2?
Current.
Number 2 is what?
Inglewood.
Okay, well, I think
for
me-
current rosters.
I think would too.
to me, Inglewood, Betty Ford, and Orange County were top three. So let's consider these three top three. We're gonna do a one-off battle here. Betty Ford versus Orange County. Who would you rather have for goal? Ryan Miller and Brian Elliott, or whoever?
Orange County for sure. He
Okay,
wins
Orange
goal.
County wins goalie. Betty Ford has Sidney Crosby, Sagan, and then some good short-term guys.
Stafford's unbelievable. this year.
Stafford, and then Pacioretty longer term.
Chloe was also very good.
Okay, Clowen, yeah, he's got three good guys this year because Sagan is not that great. He's got two long-term guys for sure. Orange County this year has Bergeron, Tavares, so two like studs.
What are the ratings? Tavares is
81 to
81.
85.
I mean,
Doesn't have Crosby. Different class, right? He's got Krejci, Semin, who's really good this year, and Oshie. What do you think, Sutton? Who's got better forwards out of those two teams?
Orange County.
Oh,
Give us your argument.
Cross.
Give us your case.
all day.
How do you get over Crosby being on the other team?
Yeah, okay. Crosby is elite, but I mean, Max Pacioretty / Sagan / whoever else
Stafford
doesn't equate. They don't equate to Tavares, Semin, whoever else Orange County has.
Let me give you Stafford this year.
Yeah,
He's
I'll go
got 85 overall,
There he is.
5 agility, 5 speed, 5 shot power, 6 shot accuracy, 10 stick handling. This guy is like a superstar this year.
Yeah, that's fine.
Incredible. I think this is a huge edge. Crosby.
What?
So you're
What's
looking at
what's Semin?
Semin's really good too. I looked at trading for him. I'll pull him up beside Stafford and we'll see who's better.
What? Wait. Who was looking at Nicholas Cornwall?
I was curious what the hell you're talking about. So Semin, they're both 5 and 5. Semin shot power slightly less. Shot accuracy slightly. I mean, we're splitting hairs when we talk about this. We're shot power and shot accuracy one higher. So Stafford's slightly better than Semin.
Crosby's better than Bergeron. Chloe is probably comparable to Tavares this year.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask
No,
you guys.
Tavares is better than fucking Ryan Clough.
Okay. Long term, who would you take out of these forward groups?
Orange County.
You've got Crosby, Sagan, and Pacioretty versus
No, 100% Betty. You're not even close to me.
versus Tavares, Bergeron, and then a mix of Krejci, Semin, and Oshie.
Yeah, but I'm also
Bergeron, Tavares versus Crosby, Sagan. Let's say those.
yeah, but yeah, no. But I'm also looking at Shea Weber, Pietrangelo, and Timonen.
Forget D. We're only talking about forwards. Who would you take?
Okay. Well,
rather
this was not the homework assignment.
I'm asking you right now. Think off the top of your head. Would you rather have Crosby or Sagan, or would you rather have Tavares or Bergeron?
Tavares, Bergeron still.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Okay. Well, that's
okay.
interesting. I would take Crosby, Sagan because I think Crosby is so elite that
He is.
than anybody, but Sagan's really good as well.
But Bergeron is so fucking good though.
Bergeron's good too. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, he's amazing. So Bergeron and Crosby are not that far apart. And then Tavares and Sagan are also not that far apart. Tavares is really good in a bunch of those years. Okay, let's talk D. So then you got Shea Weber, Pietrangelo, and Timonen. So 3 solid D, amazing roster. And then Krau's got the 2 of them. He's got Letang and Chara. I'd take Letang and Chara. I think they're just amazing. Do you guys feel differently?
Looking at Letang right now, yeah, he's awesome.
Letang's amazing and Chara's amazing. Like to me,
Yeah,
but you get the
prefer
3
D
if you have
too.
Orange
I mean,
County.
the Orange County D they're comparable. I think that's an argument.
Who would you
I
take?
would probably rather Betty's. I just like this roster.
I would too, I think. Would you feel differently, Diaz? You'd rather have
I like the years of Timonen before Pietrangelo becomes elite.
Yeah, but like these guys are both good, like starting. No, like Letang and Char are just ready to go. You don't need to wait.
and they're both amazing forever. Like basically until we're done playing this league, they're gonna be awesome. To me, I think Betty Ford wins that one, but like we're splitting hairs. Let's be honest. We're talking about the top 2 teams in the league for a reason. These rosters are fucking amazing. It certainly gives argument to the fact that like the top teams are too good. Let's talk Inglewood. Did either of you have Inglewood better than either of those two?
I had Inglewood for this next year better than Orange County. Yeah.
What about you, Sutton? Where'd you have Inglewood?
I had Inglewood number 2 for current,
Better
but number 4 for future.
Interesting. So Inglewood against, I mean, either of those two teams we just talked about. I mean, their goalies are comparable. Greeny's amazing for a long time. Their forwards are Kane, Yager, and Datsu, which is pretty awesome. Never mind Steve Sullivan fucking sitting on the bench. And then Eric Carlson, Drew Doughty. Like, this is ridiculous. You know, I don't know. What the hell do you say?
Yeah,
any of
super
those
good.
teams.
Super good, yeah.
You take any of them, they're amazing. All 3 of them. So kudos to these guys. They got fucking awesome teams. Inglewood hasn't been in the league that long, so it's kind of cool to me that he has this kind of team. Like, it's not like
no, it's only taken him like 3 years.
3 years. Is that what it was? I don't remember when he
So this was his 3rd draft, I think.
he drafted Doughty. Remember first was it?
Kane, then Doughty, or David?
Oh yeah, he
Doughty,
got Kane, then Doughty, then Carlson. He has
Right.
this is his 4th draft.
Remember Carey Price was taken like 2nd or 3rd overall?
Yeah, I remember Inglewood could have had Stamkos too. Inglewood instead of Doughty could have been sitting on Stamkos, but maybe this actually worked out better for him.
His team's looking pretty damn good. I had Inglewood too. So where'd you guys have Minnesota Audubon?
Well, that's where interesting to me is I had those 2 in the next tier down, both really good tier 2s. But I had Baytown, Minnesota, and Audubon in tier 2, and I had still Carolina in tier 1.
Baytown much lower.
So I had Carolina number 4 for me. Where did you have Carolina?
I got Carolina 6 right now,
So
and then in the future, Carolina number 3.
Okay. Yeah, my right now I had him. I just did this year. I said number 6 as well.
Yeah, mine are so future oriented that it's hard to say, but it's just hard for me. I would never take anybody almost like other than those 3 teams we just talked about. I would take Malkin and Ovechkin over.
Well, long term, I was just looking like Malkin's a 75 this year. His team actually isn't that great this year.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not like a super team.
Wheeler
it does
doesn't get
get
good.
really, really good, but
It gets really good. Like when Malkin, Ovechkin, and Wheeler are all like 100, like it's nuts. But you're right. You're right. He has Roy. He has Ovechkin. He has Malkin as his 3rd guy, 75.
75, yeah.
And then he doesn't have a great. I mean, Ehrhoff's okay, but he's not great. And even Brent Burns isn't great this year.
72. Like his team is
Definitely not as good as those top 3.
not like stupidly stacked this year.
Which is interesting because he's had as many draft picks as anybody.
Right.
But his trades have been kind of shitty and like hasn't maximized his opportunities. So let's just look at let's say Audubon. Goaltending, whatever, it's fine. They're both great. You have Malkin, Ovechkin, and then Kadri and Wheeler, and then Roy for this year, versus Pavelski, St. Louis, Gabrick, Eriksson, and Simmons. I don't.
Yeah,
I just had a hard time with this because Audubon, I like. There's nobody better than
Long term, it's
Ovechkin.
different for sure. Long term, it's different. But this year, Audubon's got a really, really good team. It's forward.
I've got Audubon number 4 for this year, and in the future number 5.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I had him 4 this year too.
Yeah, pretty nice team. Like holy shit, he's got his goalie set up. He's got like Pavelski kind of fills in really quickly.
He'll be great when those other guys go.
Right. Gabrick still got a bunch of good years. St. Louis like solid for 5 more years. Like he's got a really good team. Bufflin and Gonchar, they're okay. They're just not even close to those top 3 we talked about. But anyway, I could see the argument. That makes sense. And then Minnesota, I also had them in tier 2, but I thought they were a bit lower, but maybe not. Iginla's really good
This
still.
year's though, like
Fuck, he's still got Marlowe and Getzlaff. That's
Marlowe,
amazing.
Getzlaff, Iginla.
And PK and Campbell.
Yeah, his team's really, really good.
Actually,
and a
it is
goalie. Like,
Yeah,
he's
man.
got.
I didn't give enough credit to this team. Like this is really solid. Shit, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not sure I'd still put that over Carolina. Like, look, if you could choose a roster right now to start
Carolina's
a team,
long term for sure.
even if you weren't worrying about his draft.
for this year, I would take Minnesota over Carolina.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying if you could take one of these rosters as your own roster to start today.
Carolina, no doubt.
No doubt.
Not close, yeah.
Well, I'd take Carolina. Going forward, I'd take Carolina over Minnesota.
Yeah, fair enough.
But for
That's
this
what
particular year, I would take Minnesota.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. I was thinking of it as like which roster would I like, to have if I could. Anyway, okay, so we're basically on the same page though. The only difference is I had Carolina a little higher than you guys. My other tier 2 team was Baytown, and I see Nate scoffed immediately when he saw that.
I mean, not scoffed. He was my tier 3, my top of my tier 3, but he could be in my.
He was my only other tier 2 guy.
Well,
So let's talk about Baytown. Where did you have Baytown, Sutton?
Currently and in the future, I have them 11th.
Holy, so I like way overvalue this team, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like Spezza, Stastny, Parise, Vinny. They're all declining. Like I there's a lot of declining forwards on that team.
There is, but he has Taves, who's awesome. And
yeah,
he's got 1 star. And
Hedman's not that good.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm way overvaluing Hedman. I was looking at Hedman as like a good D, like maybe not at the level of Subban and them, but like really good D. And Mike Green to me is amazing, even though he's got 65 overalls. His 5-speed 5 agility for like 8 years.
Yeah, I don't have Baytown that high.
Interesting.
Baytown needs some lottery luck, man. One of these years.
Or some trades. Like the guy has a lot of forwards. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
that's a shame. I'm rooting for him. I want him to get it because his team every year there's like it's similar to this year. There's like 1 stud and then like average forwards. It's not that good. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Year to year, it's not like. I don't know. Parise is such a weird player. Like he just goes up and down. Stasny's kind of the same.
Yeah, interesting.
So I had him 9 in my tier.
So I have him way too high at tier 2. Who else do you guys have in your? What's your tier 2, Nate?
So I have Carolina. We talked about. I have Highland, Sumter, and Richfield in my tier 2.
Holy.
Yeah, tier 2. I've got Richfield, Highland, Pitt on the very edge of tier 2.
Wow. I have but I guess if we're just looking at this year's.
Where'd you have Sumter?
Sumter for this year.
Yeah.
Sumter I have 13.
With Baytown.
Okay, I had him a bit higher.
I mean, Sumter has 2 studs and then a bunch of riffraff.
Yeah, but I just think those 2 studs are so valuable.
They're good.
Yeah, 100%. I get that. I mean, but if we're looking at a complete roster, I mean, he's got 2 studs and a bunch of riffraff.
Yeah,
Those 2 guys would not fall down. I don't know.
I've got Richfield in the 2nd tier, if you will.
What stat?
I would rather have Sumter's roster than Richfield's. No, without question, just because you have those 2 guys. I mean, it's close, not without question, probably, but like I would rather have Sumter's roster.
Sumter. Let's look at this. Sumter versus Richfield. Here we go. All right. Richfield has goalie set. Sumter also has a goalie set. Richfield forwards: Ryan Smith, Rick Nash, Palmenville, Thornton, Okposo. Those are not good. And then D, Ryan Studer is awesome, and Mark.
His D is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, his D's really good, and Sumter has no D, right?
No.
Mark Stahl, Alec Martinez is like kind of like my D.
Yeah.
Not great but playable. And then Stepan and the Sedines, and then in 2 years he's got. Well, next year he'll NS, and this is okay actually. And then Tlusty.
Yeah, he's just matched it out year to year, like
right. So he's always going to have the Sedines and another good player.
Exactly.
And shitty D. So would you rather have pretty good D and okay forwards, or really good forwards and shitty D?
Star forward.
Personally, I'd rather have better D than forwards.
I think I agree with you on that, but I still think I'd probably take
D is just so much harder to find.
I absolutely agree, 100%. Having Suter and Markup would be awesome.
I still think the Sedins are so much better than his forwards that I
Yeah.
probably would take that.
The hardest thing to find are studs, and it's like he's got two
Right,
of those.
he's got two of them, and nobody, you can't get those guys unless you're in the top of the draft every year.
Yeah,
But I had his roster way low. I had him in tier
it
4.
looks bad, but I think if you just play it out every year, it's a good roster.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I also had Saganade in the top 10.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had him in my
that's
tier
good,
3.
yeah.
My, actually, my tier 3 takes us to top 12. So it's I have him in there, top 12.
Yeah, me too.
His roster's really good, and it's like he doesn't have a stud, but
So let's look at Highland. We both
We all
both
have
talked about Highland. Yeah,
I have Highland in this tier 3,
I had him 7th overall.
7th.
Cur-
For this year.
Currently, I have them 8th, but going into the future, 16th.
So he's
Yeah,
got his
that's-
goalies locked
seems
down.
fair.
He's got Perry's awesome this year. Richards, Alfredson, and Ryan, like he's got more than enough forwards. His D is suspect, but he's still got Pronger at 86. But I don't think Pronger's actually good.
Yeah, Parker might.
No, he's not.
I'm pretty sure I looked at him a long time ago in a trade offer, and he's not even good.
Yeah, isn't he like might be
3 speed, I think. Yeah, he's 3 speed.
Speed. Oh, I didn't look at that. Bump him down.
He's 86 overall, but he's 3 speed. This is
This is-
where
What's his endurance?
his endurance is only 4. So like his other stats are awesome. Defensive awareness 6, checking 6. Like it might actually be really good. It'd be interesting to try it out. I'm not sure anymore. I'm totally like lost on the speed
I'm a
thing.
bit off on the speed game too.
I'm not so sure that it matters as much as like I was thinking it did. And if it doesn't matter and you could have a 3-speed defenseman, but like I don't know. That seems like it would be awful. I should play some games with this team because like I don't know, man. That seems really bad. So what you guys had, but you had him what? 6? So he has no D at all if you take Pronger off.
Yeah, I just assume.
Yeah, that's why I got him like 16th going forward.
That makes sense. His future is looking a bit rough, but
Like Seabrook is not good. Seabrook's like my D.
Yeah.
sitting around for so long too. Is he? Oh, he's playing now. Okay.
He is playing now, but he's still not good. And Bogosian, like I don't know why he's even
Yeah,
holding him because he's terrible. He might have one good
2
season.
years whenever.
Right. So he's no good. So he's got Perry. He's got okay forwards. Like fine, nothing special. Anyway, I had him in the middle.
Yeah. Fair.
I had him surrounded by Hamilton, North Bay, Richfield, and Saguenay. And the only two we haven't talked about is Hamilton or North Bay. So like I think North Bay, from a future perspective, has done a really good job.
Yeah, future wise too. I had him lower for like the current year, but
Like his goalies this year aren't the best, but Quick's gonna be really good. He has Eberle, he has Giroux, and Couture is pretty solid.
yeah, Couture's good.
He's got his 3 forwards. Like he's set
So-
up.
So for North Bay this year, I had 17th, but going forward, 6th.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
6 seems awfully high going forward.
No,
Yeah.
okay. So I included the fact that they have Saganay's pick,
Okay.
and the roster gets better. But this year they're
But 6 is
average at best.
who are you ahead of at 6? Like you're ahead of Baytown, Autobahn. Some of
In
those-
in the future, in the future. So in the future, I have Orange County, Betty Ford, Carolina, Inglewood, Audubon ahead of North Bay.
So he's ahead of Minnesota. Minnesota's got Getzlaff and Marlowe. Would you take Getzlaff and Marlowe or Couture and Giroux?
Probably Couture.
Couture and Giroux,
Yeah, I
There
think
you
you
go.
actually.
and Saganay's pick.
And Minnesota's got Subban, and he doesn't have anybody like Subban. Duncan Keith is no Subban.
Subban's huge. Yeah.
And then he's got Campbell. He's got as good of second
Minnesota
D.
might be, but
I think I'd still take Minnesota's. They both got good goalies.
yeah.
But anyway, I see the point. It makes sense. He's got a really nice roster. All right, so North Bay. Is there any and Hamilton? Like, did you have yourself higher than?
I had Hamilton 2
I've got myself as 14 right now and 9 going forward.
Like, I have you in the top 12. Where do you have Hamilton?
I have him. Yeah, I have him 15th. 15th currently. Yeah.
Right, and I was looking at the future, which your team's okay. It's not like I don't know if it's better than it was like after a couple of years ago.
Not sure.
Yeah, my whole thing is like putting me ninth going forward is having the 3D, having the stud goalie, and having the strategically set up like forwards in terms of when dudes go bad and like having someone step into it, and also at the same time like having the first round pick to like replace Lachon Dress, and then a year from now having a first round pick to replace someone else, and like so that's kind of how I looked at it. But
Yeah, fair enough. You have a bit more insight into what you're gonna do too. I was just thinking like you don't really have a stud, at least at forward. You have Richards, he's good, but there's nobody
true,
long term.
yeah, no, that's true. And you're right. I don't have that
Like everybody else in this
immaculate person.
somebody like that who's really good. Anyway, tier 4, I have here's my guys, and tell me, I think you guys have Pitt higher, but I have my tier 4, which would be what numbers are we at? 12. So this is like the 13 through 17 ish. I have Pitt, Sumter, Taipei, Thunder Bay, and Woodland in that range. And I was like really struggling with the difference between the next group
Yeah,
because I think
pretty
we're
well
pretty
equal,
close
yeah.
here. Like,
These rosters are weirdly equal especially on the 1 year, I was looking at just like this upcoming year, and there's so many teams that are eerily similar.
right. Is there anybody that you want to
Yeah.
talk about DS in this group?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of quote unquote this year, I mean, I think I'm on board. I mean, I've got Baytown, Sumter, Woodland, I've got Sugar Valley in the top 15.
I had them way down.
Sugar Valley's real low. She's in my like tier 5, like my second last.
Nah, I got him in like the top 15.
He's got a lot of players. Like, I
He,
don't know.
he has the problem with Sugar Valley is he has a lot of the exact same players.
Everyone's the same, and no one's good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a whole team of identical players. Like everyone's 78.
And South Hills. Those are the guys I have in this range.
Every night, I guess he could mix and match. Like he's got 4
But
forwards.
no one
who are
has
all
5
70.
speed on the whole team. I tried to trade for some of these guys. O'Coin might be like a 2. I don't know.
What's up, Clay?
I don't know. He got Jovanovski, which is a nice ad, I guess.
I wish I had gotten him. I wanted him.
Robocop would have been good.
Just
but
for 1 year, would have been really good.
I don't know, I
I mean,
Adrian?
in the future, I have Sugar Valley 20th, just to give you perspective. But
the current 15th, yeah, it's not too far off. I guess it's kind of far. But
I think I've got some too low because the Sedins are so awesome. Like, makes sense. South Hills is like better than I thought, but I still had them in tier 5 for me.
tier 4, yeah, his team's pretty good though.
It's gotten better. Like Shattenkirk really helped him. He's got enough D to survive this year.
Forwards are pretty damn solid. Like they're all like
Okay.
They're all in the
Yeah.
same group as everyone else, right?
Andy
Like,
McDonald helped him.
yeah,
He had actually a really good draft for a guy who didn't really show.
yeah.
Montoya too.
all right, who's the worst? Let's start with them.
Let's jump to there. My tier 6, I had 4 teams in it.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's the same 4 you guys have. Maryhill, Barrie, Italy, and Rockford.
Exactly that order. I had.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Let's just like exclude the expansion teams because that's not fair to them.
Well, then Maryhill, of course. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So if we're looking at like the non-expansion worst teams, I've got Tigapuss's team.
Yeah.
Providence, Manhattrick, and Valhalla. Providence.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the same. I mean, that's my tier 5. My tier 5 was Valhalla, Tegucigalpa, Sugar Valley, South Hills, Providence, Manhattan. I don't know.
I have Tegucigalpa tier 3. I have him way higher. Because you've got Stamkos.
got
I think
Stamkos.
Stamkos is such a, like, these
So you got
stars are so hard to get.
ahead of Sumter or not in Sumter?
Behind Sumter, but ahead, like right in the group of like Thunder Bay.
How many
Seagull,
teams are-
Pitt.
I guess, yeah. So that's my tier 4.
Yeah, no, but okay, no, but okay, but Nate, I mean, okay, so you got okay, you have Stamkos and nothing. I mean, Sean Bell, like, would you prefer your roster to Stamkos and nothing?
If we were
Kovalev,
talking
Connolly.
this year alone, I wouldn't mind his roster because Kovalev would be really fun and Connolly looks awesome. So I would not mind his roster this year.
He's 73.
I wouldn't want his D though in the future. And as much as I actually really dislike my own D. At least I know that I have like a 4 speed 5 agility D every year going forward. So I would probably still keep mine if I had to choose between the two, but I don't think there's a huge gap. Like I guess is what I'm saying. I don't see like basically I had tier 4 and tier 5. I couldn't tell the difference between, and that's Pitt's. I mean Sumter. I think I was way too low, but Pitt, Taipei, Thunder Bay, and even Taipei's better than these teams probably. Woodland, Valhalla, Tegucigalpa.
You had Pitt that low?
Yeah, but I think as I think about it, probably Pitt and Taipei and Sumter should be higher. Like should be
Yeah, like
into the Hamilton, Highland, North Bay range. Yeah.
I mean, I've got Pitt at 10 this year.
Let me
Going
see.
forward, it's like 17th, but I mean, like for this year, I've got Pitt at 10.
Yeah.
Steam. I was concluding the future, but his team's okay in the future too. Here it is, like just for the people sharing. He's got his goalie set up. He's got Hossa, Marchand, which is awesome. Like he's got his like studs, 2 of them, and he's got a bunch of other guys. Like he's got a good forward group. His D is pretty fucking bad though. He needs a D badly. Let's say Pitt versus Taipei. I mean, Taipei's got Taylor Hall and Duchesne.
Quite even actually.
I mean, I don't know. I think I would take Hall and Duchesne over Marchand and Hossa, but it's close. And then Taipei's D are probably better. Wisniewski's actually surprisingly good. Wisniewski's really good.
Yeah, but Taipei's goaltending is garbage.
There's your balance. It's the little bit of better D versus a really worse goalie. Anyway,
Like year to year, it's not that bad. It's
after
bad
this year's bad. After
75,
you got a few years after
like,
this. Yeah.
If you go on the Sumter method of just filling in individual years with goalies, which
Right, this year they'll hurt you a lot with the goalie.
this year is quite frustrating.
Nate, let's be honest. After you rage change goalies like Nips,
Yeah, I don't know. Either way,
your goalies stink.
Yeah, I'm doing that this year. That's my new method. They let
Yeah.
it's kind of nice. And this year, unfortunately, for some reason, Hiller, who in the active tab is my backup goalie, has like 55 or something. In the game, he's 25. Ultra just fucked me on my backup goalie, so I can't even rage pull him because he's rated 25.
Well, I have on my tab, I have Kuhlman on my team, but he's not. I have
It's not on the
Filppula or whatever on my thing, so I gotta get him a change.
I had a whole year of Duncan Keith on my team who wasn't on my team.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, well, there we go. So anyway, Thunder Bay Woodland is probably closer to the Valhalla, to Scalpa Sugar. Point is that these guys at the bottom, other than the expansion teams at Maryhill, are all pretty damn close.
Yeah, I think that a lot of teams are pretty close skill wise when you go through the year, like this year specifically. I don't know
Even
about
for the future, man, it's not even that bad. Like, there's nobody that's horrible for the future. Like, Tegucigalpa has Stamkos. Like, Providence has
Yeah, Providence is not
like
bad.
okay team. Like, actually surprisingly good. Like, he's got Buchanan and he's got Vanek and he's got he's got a bunch of Hajuk years. Like,
You got
he's
Tim
okay.
Thomas 100 this year.
Tim
I wanna
Thomas
see
100.
this.
That should be interesting. Woodland has a couple good star players, like, and a solid team. He's got Backstrom plus other guys. Like, anyway, I thought there's nobody who's really awful except for those expansion teams. And I think we have set this up that we want expansion teams to be awful. I guess that's the point of this, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the only fair way.
It's the only fair way because Dowsbury may never play a game. Like, you know,
Exactly.
it's
So,
no sense giving them good players at this point.
for sure.
So it's not bad. Like, I mean, the teams at the top are kind of annoyingly good.
Yeah, but it's not even like I don't think so. like we're 16 seasons in. Like I would say this is probably from a league parity perspective, it's pretty damn good right now. And I would say even a roster standpoint, it's pretty damn good. Like
Yeah, you're right.
you could change it a little bit, but overall, like you want the lower teams having the better rosters to.
Agree.
So
Agree 100%.
I have no complaints really. Like it's been
So
worked
here,
pretty
let me
well.
ask you this. There was a comment made, should we go back to expanding the roster? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It's kind of nice to not have to worry about all that. To be honest, I'm good with not. I like it. There's still enough depth out there. Like who
That's
cares?
interesting. For ease of,
Yeah, I don't want
Please,
to look
I'd
into
rather
this
not.
anymore.
That's
It
interesting.
takes up too much time.
But I also do think that the smaller rosters, the 5 forwards especially, limit the good team. Like
True.
if you took because Inglewood or
Yeah, having 5 forwards makes it way more difficult to like develop guys.
For sure.
I think
for
that's
sure.
right, and it spreads the talent out a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's a really good
I
thing.
think it worked.
And the 3D kind of sucks sometimes. Like from a personal like
For
roster
sure,
building
for sure.
perspective, 3D sucks, but it makes sense from the league. I think from the league perspective, really good.
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, so here's the question because I know who I have, I know who I've got, but like, whose roster is going to get a lot better in the next few years?
You mean just like the roster that exists now, or like
Yeah.
what they draft? You know, to me, Inglewood is going to have an amazing roster because I think he's so far away from being good. And that sounds terrible, but like he's not going to be. He's not like Krav. Like Krav may never get a first pick again. Inglewood's going to get a first pick again. Yeah. So I think to me that's a no-brainer. He's going to have the best roster going forward. For the next
Okay, but moving from 3 to 1 isn't that big of a deal, right? I mean,
well, whatever. He's going to have a top 3 pick or top 5 pick every single year for the next little while. I just don't see him
Yeah.
getting better, like quickly. You know, I think it's going to take some time, and I think Yoda is like still on the Yoda's on the verge of being better, like not necessarily being a playoff team, but being better and not
Oh,
being
yeah,
a
for
guaranteed
sure,
top
for
3
sure.
pick every year.
Yeah.
well, he's already beaten 8 this year.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
yeah,
He had two
yeah,
like, close
he-
games. I think I beat him in OT the one
Right.
game.
He's got it. He's figured it out now.
Yeah.
He knows how to play
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
He hasn't quite got all the moves and stuff, but like he knows how to play. Like he's not going to be a bottom feeder, I don't think, for that long.
yeah.
And I think Jair is too good to be consistently a bottom feeder. Maddie is possible. Like Maddie, who the hell knows? Maddie could lose 50 fucking games again, no problem. But I also think if Maddie keeps playing, he's also on
I
the
mean,
verge
Maddie
of being
did
better.
improve a lot last year. I mean, I would say Inglewood and Maddie both improved a ton last
Yeah,
year. It's
and
just such a
Inglewood's
high bar to like get over that.
Inglewood's won some games this year
He
too.
beat Minnesota the one game.
Yeah, like man.
I think any wins for these guys, it's got to be like, it's pretty big. It's really hard to beat this quality of players that I think are in this league. So
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough for them to
So-
get to that level, for sure.
So here are my teams that are, maybe average this year, but like going forward are teams that I think have excellent rosters. So going forward, I think North Bay, I think Taipei has a good roster going forward.
Good roster. Can I before you go any farther, let me ask you, like, what do you see as like a good roster to you? What positions would you have filled with studs? Or what would be where would you like prioritize your studs if you could do that?
It depends. It depends on the individual player, right? I mean, like for me, someone who like focuses on one timers, like you need to have that centerman who has, those kind of attributes, right? I mean, but if you're a Pittsburgh, for example, and you want the fucking ballerina boys, well, then it's a different type of player, right? That you're looking for. So
But with all forget that. Like,
you can't really say.
would you put more resources into a center and a wing and 1D or 2D and a
Yes.
center or a goalie and 2D or like where would you if you could choose three 3 players, you know, any players in the league.
In terms of priority, I would say forward number 1, D number 2, and then goalie number 3.
Interesting. Interesting. What about you, Nate?
How would you prioritize if you could choose 3 players, 3 best players in the league? What positions would you choose?
Well, it goes 2 forwards, 1 D man. Yeah.
That's what I would do too. 2 forwards, 1 D. Or 2 D, 1 forward, and you can fill up gaps because there's a lot of holes.
Yeah, but if you get 2 stud forwards, I would go 2 forwards, 1 D. Fill in an average D man as the right D or whatever.
So the Krav model was 2 D, 1 forward. Now he's got 2 stud forwards and 2 D. So
Right,
he's set.
right.
Inglewood went with 2 D, 1 forward, and he filled in. He's got 2 short-term forwards. Orange County kind of did a whole bunch of fucking shit. Who knows what the hell he ended
That's
up with.
basically got Tavares and Bergeron
Bergeron plus Weber.
and Pietrangelo.
And
He's got the 2 too.
He's got 2 and 2, which is what you'd want. And then we've got like Audubon. What has he got? Like he doesn't have.
Audubon kind of went all forwards, and well, he had Gonchar. I don't know.
He's Gonchar. He's okay, but he doesn't have like great D. Minnesota has Subban, Getzlaf, and Barlow. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure. I think I would do 2 forward, 1 D as well. That's interesting. You say goalie there, DS. Out of the top 3 guys, the goalie wouldn't be even that.
Well, again, depends. It depends on the fucking GM, right? I mean,
What about for you?
someone. I played a whole season with a 58 rated goalie, and I was just fine, right? I mean, you know, Red showed that he could play with a fucking 38 goalie, and he was just fine. So again, depends on how you play. But at the end of the day, is I would say, I mean, if we're extrapolating it, I mean, I would probably go forward D, winger, goalie D, and then like, you know, third D and right winger or like the last winger. Like you can find those guys on you can find those guys on waivers or second round picks.
Who would you pick if we went back and did an overall OG draft, right?
The OG list?
Off the OG list,
Oh.
off the like original game, who would you like target for like the keeper league? Like if we were gonna restart,
Over keeper.
we were gonna restart the W. Who would you pick as your? And you got first overall pick. Who would you pick for your number 1 guy?
Out of all players currently,
No, all players in the OG game. Now, knowing what you know about the W, and knowing that the W is going to go for 16 seasons,
Like Solani was pretty damn good.
Solani
That was
a
one
good
of those
pick.
ones that were
Good pick. Ultra was playing 3D chess.
Nobody
Nobody-
should have tell anyone it was the keeper league.
There were guys who honestly didn't know it was a keeper league, and Ultra was picking.
Even Halifax. Halifax had like an unreal squad of all like long-term guys.
honestly, knowing the limitations of the game, like I would pick a 5-speed defenseman.
Yeah, that's tempting. But who would you pick from the OG game?
But there isn't that many.
Yeah,
There's
there
only
aren't.
a-
Well, who was a 5-speed defenseman? I mean, was it Coffee?
Housley,
Coffee. Coffee sucks, man. He can't shoot at all.
And Housley isn't that great either. Like I don't love St. Louis in that. Like I wouldn't want that guy as my number 1 guy. Like that's what I mean. Like this is why it's interesting to think about because if
I
you-
would probably still go Bure,
Yeah,
Fedorov,
like,
or
if you
Solani.
pick
something like
Housley
that.
instead of one of your best centers. Even they're harder to win with. Like a team run by a great defenseman in St. Louis is a perfect example. Harder to win with.
I remember Sunnyvale saying he regretted picking Bork. He picked Bork in the first his first round pick, and then he was.
You would never pick Bork now because like
No.
you know the seasons are gonna last. Like at that time, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
no,
thought
no,
it
for
was
sure,
16
for sure.
seasons in, right? You're picking guys that you think like I remember LHX picks Belfour first overall, you know, first pick of the whole fucking thing. Like that's crazy to me, but you thought the boys were really important, didn't know what this was gonna be like, you know.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd probably still go Bure or like Timu. That would probably be my number 2.
Timu would make sense. Timu would make a lot of sense because you had Timu for like how many years
So-
past Bure?
November 1, Sumter says, yeah.
It'd be super interesting to do this all over again. Now we know.
Important question. How are you guys getting home tonight?
Strolling up the street.
Yeah, man, I don't live far from here. I'm walking.
Are you within walking distance?
Yeah, I walk to work every day.
No.
It's down the road. It's down the road. And it's like minus 35 right now with the wind chills. It's awful. Like the wind is just howling out of the north.
For the Americans, what is that temperature?
I don't know. It's cold though. It's really cold.
Yeah, it's rough.
Uh, Stop showing your junk.
Well, this has been fun, boys.
Yep.
Thanks, DS.
All right,
Always
thanks,
fun.
guys.
See everybody. Talk
See you,
to you
buddy.
next time.